our boys.
Personally, I love Lotus as a map. It's my favorite map to play on, personally. But that's just me. I might be weird, but who knows? I'm curious to know if Ascent was available in for bans.
Ooh, that is definitely a
Right?
good question. And just like that, we get our pick 2, and we're on
Sunset.
Sunset. It's in the rotation.
I guess that's in the rotation.
Oh, so I definitely thought Sunset wasn't in the rotation
Yeah.
yet, and
I thought it was 4 weeks after competitive
I
queue.
thought it was. I honestly thought it was 2, so which would mean that we would end. So I guess it is something like 2 or something like that.
I mean, I checked the rules. It was 4, but
We're shrugging back here,
Right.
honestly. Shoulders up to our ears, honestly. But we're gonna be on Sunset. We haven't seen Sunset.
no.
This map is, I would say, not even a month old yet. So this is very new. This is very new. Same gameplay, and then the decider
Breeze.
is going to be Breeze,
I like that.
which for us, we've only been on Breeze one time this semester. and we've
100% win
won.
rate.
100% win rate.
Hey, a win's a win.
Oh.
And it's certainly good to look back and say, let's say we do falter on Sunset. We have a map that we are familiar with. We've played it and we've won it. So that's definitely going to be beneficial for us.
Either way, this is like new map extravaganza. We haven't seen a lot of Lotus. We saw a lot of it at the end of last year, but not too much of it. No one has seen Sunset before. I mean, if you've played the game, obviously you know Sunset. I know a little bit of Sunset, not too much. But to see the competitive strats from these players and the University of Texas at Dallas, that's going to be very interesting today, and that's going to be what's brand new. And then we got the revamp on Breeze that we're also not familiar with. So this is going to be new map extravaganza, whambo jambo, right here at ppuesports.tv/Twitch. That's definitely not it.
Close enough. It was close enough.
We almost had it. We almost got it.
Right. I mean, if you're here now, you probably know what the link is. So that's probably a good thing, right?
That's a good thing, yeah.
Right.
But tell your friends that we're live streaming on Twitch right now if they are not on.
That's right.
They're mumbo jumbos if they ain't.
Mumbo, you
They're Goombas. They're Goombas if
Goombas?
they ain't. They're Goombas. They're
Goombas.
Goombas. People who don't watch our streams, immediate Goomba.
what do you have against Goombas?
They're Goombas.
Well said.
Anyway, we're live streaming right now. We're also on our socials, Instagram and Twitter, so go follow us on them if you haven't. We also have a YouTube channel where we upload our VODs and soon to be coming recaps of these games here, so you could better check that out. And as always, guys, you see this can right here? That's Red Bull. This is the good juice. Grab yourself a can. We're sponsored by Red Bull.
100%. 100%.
Alrighty, so I want to talk a little bit about Sunset now.
Sunset.
Because it's a brand new map. It's only not even a month old right now. It just dropped with episode 7.
Right.
So how do you think about Sunset? What are your opinions on Sunset? Because the very few games I played on Sunset, at least, I didn't enjoy too much. There's definitely way too many ways to get into one site. I think that's my personal opinion, especially going towards A. Yes,
Going towards A.
There's way too many ways to get onto A, and mid is just one alleyway, which is kind of weird. But other than that, I don't mind Sunset too much. At least in my silver comp games that I play a lot. A lot of people tend to rush B at least, just because B seems to be the easiest one to get into. But it's going to be very interesting to see Point Park and the University of Texas at Dallas really get in their strats.
Right.
I definitely want to see, since this is University of Texas's pick, I really definitely want to see how their strats, and if if they have something rolling, even though this map is only a month old.
Right. I mean, they're leaving everything up to interpretation. They're going in saying, we're the best at this map and we're going to pull it off. But what I'm curious about is, obviously you play this in your ranked games. This game isn't going to be your typical ranked game. Everybody's in comms. Everyone has strats. They know what they're doing. And as for like the map itself, the map layout, as far as I've noticed in my platinum games, I've noticed that B site, if you ever want to hit it accurately, you're either going to be running a gecko to plant so that you don't need to really push in on site and you have a safe plant, or you have to kind of take mid, if that makes sense. You have to get through market and take that, because that's typically where the defender is going to play, which means you're going to have at least one person mid at all times. That's pretty much how it's going to be. So looking at that on B site and on A site, I have I love to rush A site. I love to rush A site. I say, hey, can someone give me a flash on the left? I'm gonna run to the right, and we just trade.
Nah. I mean, like, that's all you need sometimes. Is just a couple flashes, a couple smokes here and there, get onto site, boom, boom, kill the people. Done.
That's Radiant.
That's basically Valorant.
That's
I
Radiant.
just basically summed up Valorant for you guys.
VCT. Smoke, flash, run, kill. Valorant.
Those are the four guidelines. That's how to win your ranked games.
Right.
Get yourself out of bronze with Ari and Billy Bob Joe Steve's great tactics.
That's exactly right.
Alrighty. So it looks like we're going to be getting into this match soon. It looks like both of the players are in the lobby from what we can see. Predictions. What are we thinking? What are we thinking today? I definitely like the Lotus pick, so hopefully our players can regain on that. I don't know how we're feeling on Sunset. I feel like that's a complete toss-up.
Right, yeah.
And if it does get to the decider, I have all confidence in Point Park that we'll be able to pull that off, especially with the new map changes.
I think in terms of Lotus, if I'm gonna guess Lotus's scoreline, right? I don't want to guess Sunset because we don't know Sunset. So if I'm gonna guess off of Lotus, I'm gonna say they don't get more than 6.
Ooh.
That's my opinion.
We got confidence.
Might be a hot take, might be not. We'll find out, but I don't think they get more than 6.
Alrighty. I can definitely see that. Lotus, I would also kind of say is like still kind of, it's not a year old, so like, yeah, it's been out for a while and the players have been kind of like seeing it for a little bit, but it's not like Ascent or it's not like Bind where it's like, it basically just came with the game, like right from the beginning. This is still like a new map, so we're still like working out some kinks. To my knowledge, I don't know, and you can correct me on this if I'm wrong, I don't know if Lotus has had a map update other than like bug fixes and stuff like that, or like any major changes like Breeze did. I don't think Lotus has had that yet.
I don't think so. Yeah, I think you're right on that one.
Yeah.
If anything, it might have been a Rubble, but I don't think so. I don't think there was really anything.
So like, it's been out for a while, but like nothing has been changed to it to kind of like, you know, optimize the gameplay per Valorant standards. So, like, it's still, to me, that makes it seem like it's still in that beginning entry phase, and that's why we see a lot of Ascent, Bind, Haven picks still, because that's the maps that some teams are super, super familiar with since opening up the game, and they just have the skills to just dominate on those maps. But we're getting some new maps in here, Lotus and Sunset, which is just fresh out the gates.
Hey, more maps that we can get a 100% win rate on.
I like that.
That's a good mentality.
I like that. That is a great mentality. Either way, just hang in tight. We are going to get in there very, very soon. Hopefully that's like in the next minutes.
In the next
I'm like
Mambo
itching.
Jambo or whatever you're saying
in the
today.
next minute Mumbo Jumbo?
Yeah, sure.
Exactly. That was a mouthful to say.
A mouthful? A minute of Mumbo Jumbo?
Yeah, a minute of Mumbo Jumbo.
A minute of Mumbo Jumbo with Billy Bob Joe Steve.
New segment coming to twitch.tv/Point Park Esports.
Look for it on Reels too.
Yeah.
Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, everywhere. Now, granted,
coming out February 31st.
February 30th. It's a long time from now.
Yeah, it is a long time from now.
Why not tomorrow? Oh, yeah, because then I have to edit it. Yeah, no, you're right. Never mind.
Yeah, exactly.
I got too much to edit. Now, we do have some news from the league itself.
Yes, exactly.
So, NACE is this league, and turns out that a few teams have been disqualified from the league because they did not show up for 2 matches.
Ooh, that is interesting.
Luckily, we're showing up to all of ours.
Exactly. We're showing up to all of ours. We're here and ready to compete. And just like that, we are getting into Lotus right now. In case you're not familiar with Lotus, here it is in all of its beauty. A lot of flowers, a lot of pretty flowers, but 3 different sites that teams have to rush on, and that's going to be the key for this game. Already looking at University of Texas's lineup. That is very... So they got Viper, they got Killjoy and Sky, and then got Raised, and they also got an Astra. So we're seeing double smokes coming in from University of Texas. Over on Point Park side, we also are running double smokes with Omen and Viper. So we're seeing double Viper, we're seeing double Sky, we're seeing double Killjoy, and we're also seeing double Raise. So it's almost a mirror, except our second controller is Omen, and their second controller is Astra.
You know what I do have to say? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is the first time this year that we are seeing Sunseri on the Raise.
I think so.
I think that's right.
So last year, Sunseri has popped off a lot on Raze. Actually, during one of our matches, I remember casting a match where he got an ace with Raze, and you know our boy Sunseri. My man loves aces. He's our team duelist, our team Radiant. Like he's gonna go in there and he's gonna get nuts.
Sun carry.
Sun carry. Exactly. I mean, it is Sun carry. Quite exactly. We got the fiery hot.
So yeah, you're going to be seeing a lot of KJ on the C site because Sentinels typically are going to be holding C site and have some sort of information for B site because everyone can kind of collapse in on B site. That's the thing with the three site maps, sorry, is that you kind of get that.
And just like that, we are heading into this right now. And like in a lot of ranked games I see, it looks like we're going to be going to A site first. So we got the nade going out. The Viper wall is already on tag. Also, look at that Viper wall that's just going across the entire site over by our boy Clark, I believe. And just like that, Ray sent out the boom bot. And it looks like they're kind of just holed up here in this little, in the entry of A. And just like that, they're going to be rushing in. Omen just peeked out when they crossed. Here comes the dog. Now it looks like they're going to be coming in.
Interesting. They're going for a B pivot here.
And looks like they're all on B pivot. They are all on site right now. It's still a 5v5. No shots have been coming except for probably right here. Here comes the double swing. Curse did get one. However, he does fall, but Clark was able to finish off the kill. Trades going left and right, it seems like. And just like that, it's a 3v3. Sunseri finds the Killjoy, and one of them are going to stick to the fuse. Sunseri's flashed right now, but he still gets the kills as the rest of the team goes down, and it looks like Sunseri's going to finish that defuse. We're starting off with a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, and it's interesting there that you saw that flash come out from the Viper wall, and I don't know if they just didn't know who they were going to shoot at first because they kind of both swung out and then didn't know where everyone was. And so I don't know if they just didn't expect two people to be there, if the shots didn't hit. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but a very even fight, especially on a pistol round. It can go either way, no matter what the util might look like.
It definitely seemed like that flash was going to be a problem. However, they weren't able to kill him right off the bat. And then when he was not flashed anymore, boom, he got the last kill. And sometimes that's all it takes. But either way, we have our guns now. So we're going to be up in creds. So I'm not too good at predictions most of the times. But I feel like Point Park's going to keep its ground on this one. And we're going to make this 2-0 here.
We might have a pause here. Okay, no, it's just a little timer bug there. But we
timer
are
bug, I
all
guess.
good.
Yeah, it just looks like that. In 3, 2, 1, we are going to get into the match here soon.
All right. Sky taking out a bird, just trying to get some info, but it looks like there's going to be a C push here. This is going to be running right into the KJ setup and this Viper orb. The nade going to be used to clear backside as well as the dog. Nobody on site yet, but the satchels are going to come in. So everyone's going to start collapsing onto C. Now the question is this a fake or is this committing? And that's definitely a commit.
That definitely looks like a commit right there. Creep gets one.
Right, as 4 come into the site. Alucard going down. You know Alucard backward is Dracula?
Whoa.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Anyway,
Absolutely
the dog
nuts.
trying to find one, and they're not aware that there's 2 in smoke. And it looks like the enemy did force up, and that's unfortunately going to be Point Park falling.
Oh, so that was something I definitely didn't expect because usually in the games that we watch all the time, it's very rare to see for a force on second round if you go down in the first round. So that is definitely something I didn't expect. So I can definitely understand if our boys also kind of got off kilter from their game. That's not going to be great for this round because we full bought on guns and now we don't have them and now we have to super save.
Yeah, a super save. I mean, I wonder if that Bulldog was ours from last round or if they forced it. So I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, but either way, we are getting right now into the bonus rounds. And here we go. It looks like they're going back to C. However, Killjoy is not going to be set up here. So if they do decide to commit to C or anything like that. But just as I say that, Asher gets a double kill over on B's site from the 2 that were going to go there. But as we say that, it looks like Clark's going to go around. Doesn't make any noise yet. Here he comes, though. And Spike is down. Killjoy had the Spike, so all he has to do is just watch that now. That is actually kind of huge. However, as I say that, it looks like they're going to be backing off a little bit. Don't want to get too cocky here, especially when we're still down in numbers.
This Raze might have a lurk timing, though. So are they going to be aware that she's there?
And the Raze is just right next to her. I'm very worried that he's going to round that corner. And there we go. Alucard gets the kill. Raze sends out the satchel. However, Sunseri is not able to get the kill. He's still kind of playing in that territory, though, as it looks like they plant over in C. And I did see that jump peek. Sunseri does get a kill on the Astra, though.
Nice shot.
It's now a 3v2. Omen is hit just a little bit. Habibi's just hit up a bit.
This is very winnable here, honestly.
Yes, and there goes the satchel. Does hit the sky a little bit, but Roman does get the final 2 kills, and it's going to be 2-1 UT Dallas.
We did some pretty good damage there. I think we got rid of 2 of their guns. We didn't really force up much. So, you know, not a terrible anti-eco save, whatever you want to call it, round.
It wasn't a bad save at all. I mean, we did get 2 of their players down, so you love to see it. But now this is where it's going to become pretty interesting, because we don't necessarily have the credits to full buy. Some of our players are buying half shields, but they can also kind of full buy as well with either Bulldogs or whatever they have it. So this is going to be an important round for whoever wins this round.
Right. And you can see that paint shell coming out pretty much honestly by default. I think that's part of their conditioning is you can't really push out on A site at all if that paint shell is being thrown every single round. You're going to be able to take up a lot of space, and the defenders, or sorry, the attackers are not going to know where the defenders are. They could be on rubble, pretty much anywhere you find a spot. And now just hiding behind this Viper wall.
And again, this Viper wall is like really, really good, especially since teams want to utilize this A push. Just Clark's Viper wall is actually being utilized really well.
Oh, the flash. Oh, that's unfortunate. Celsi's going to go down first as the flash does connect. And the flash connects again, but the strafing is there. And unfortunately, the bullets do connect to Sunseri. It's going to be a 5v3, probably on the retake. However, UT Dallas is kind of taking their time trying to get on site. They aren't aware of how many more people are on that site.
So are they going to... So we've seen them push A site before, and it seems like this is the time where they're actually going to commit on A. And now... And instead of lurking over to B like they did the first round.
Right. Now, you have a 5v3 scenario, 5v2 scenario, unfortunately. And we did force up this round, so we're going to try and get as many guns down as we can here. I think there might just be a save in store here. I think we want to salvage this.
Yeah, if it's not winnable, definitely my rule of thumb is just salvage it. You're entering a 4v1 situation. Yes, we got 1 of their guns down, but they have 4 very good guns. And as you can see, they're looking for him.
Not connecting.
This didn't connect, unfortunately. It's really rough like that, especially since, like, this was definitely a vital round for Point Park because we just were able to full buy, and now we're going to be back and forth on this credit game like we saw after round 2. And so this is definitely going to be tricky for our players. However, I have no doubt that they can back up the momentum. They just really need to utilize... They need to get some momentum. They don't need to necessarily win on the rounds that they're saving, but if they can get some momentum there to just dent their credits just a little bit, that's even huge.
We'll also take an ace too. I mean, really.
I mean, Sinceri ace, come on. Like, I love it as much as you do.
No, Clark ace.
Exactly. Oh, anybody ace, really.
Yeah.
And just like that, it looks like they're going to be opening up towards A yet again. Clark is trying a different Viper wall, it seems like. Just like that, the pre-fires are going out. We got Marshall over here. Just ringing them out, trying to find anybody who's over there because they do notice that they are on A side. However, the enemy Astra is kind of lurking over into B side. I wonder if Clark is going to realize that.
They know they're not going to be on C site here because we have our KJ lurked all the way up, so they have to know they're going B.
It looks like Clark's going to try to ring out the shots a little bit. They do see them coming out, so... that is definitely going to be a full plant on here as we see Roman planting right now. And just like that, it's going to be a full retake situation for Point Park as Spike is down.
I'm looking at Point Park here, and they don't really have much util left. The dog is going to be pretty much the last of it.
Just like some of them are blinded there, trying to hit the Marshall shards, but it doesn't connect for Selzy. Here comes Sinceri, where 3 of them are at. The satchels are going out. He does hit... Okay, so he does hit that. However, the rest of the team goes down, Attackers do win that. However, Sunseri getting the kill, canceling out the ult, that was kind of huge.
I mean, the alt technically did get one as well. So, I mean, you know, 1-for-1 trade. We'll take the gun down at the end of the day. Again, losing the round is not the ideal situation here. But if you're going to lose it, at least it's not a flawless.
Exactly. But anyway, we're back on our full buys. This is obviously the most important to Point Park to really pick their stuff up. It's 4-1 right now, so we're not down too badly right now. But in terms of credits, we are definitely struggling in this game as UT Dallas is kind of sitting comfortably.
Yeah, and I know that these ults here are going to be big, specifically the Sky Seekers, because Sky Seekers on this map are going to be letting you know what people are on which sites, which is really, really important. If you pop them on a site like B, you might realize that there's no one on B, or C, for that matter, because you can tell that they're going to be on A. So
Exactly.
It's going to be very, very interesting to see how these ults are being utilized, especially with this Astra pick here, because we don't typically see Astra on Lotus. I mean, it is a somewhat frequent pick, but it's not your default 100% of the time.
And just like that, it looks like it looks like UT Dallas is defaulting here a little bit. It's going to definitely be interesting to see what site they pick, especially when they open up on C. And just like that, it looks like they're going to A.
This is really actually kind of interesting. Now, we don't really have that Sentinel power on A, but the question is this KJ going to be lurking up? Oh, Creep finds one.
There's
That's
one.
massive.
Okay, so now we have numbers advantage here, so this is definitely something that we need to capitalize on.
And the bird scans nothing. Oh, the bird does scan, so they are knowing that they are going to be going on C here. You're going to see the rotates start to come out. That turret's going to make contact, and then this KJ is going to be pulling out. Unfortunately, not landing the shots. Cursed going down. The bomb getting down, though, is the tough part. Oh,
They do have 13 seconds left. However, that Viper Pit does go out.
Oh, big ult from Sunseri.
That is a huge ult for Sunseri.
That's going to stop the plant. Oh, Sunseri finding a second one on KJ in the pit, and the plant does go down, but Sunseri finds the Viper as she's planting, and a fourth one for Sunseri. What a play.
Sunseri with the absolute util kills going out left and right. That is going to be a huge round for Point Park.
Yeah, that's definitely going to swing the momentum. We now have guns on our side. We only lost one there. And we did invest our ults, but I believe they also invested a few there. I believe it was...
The Viper Pit.
Yeah,
the Viper
Pit.
Pit definitely went out. The Viper
Right.
Pit definitely went out, and that was one that definitely got canceled and was kind of used for more our good, even
Right.
though it kind of blocked us out a bit. But this is a huge round for us. Only one of our guys went down. The other four have the guns, and they can help like their credit situation trying to buy up the next man. So we might still be like a little bit of a sticky situation since that was a complete full buy. The person who went down might have to semi-save, and it looks like that person would be cursed going with a full shield Spectre. Regardless, we made a dent in them, and just like that, the next round is coming out. But right off the bat, Raze does find Clark, and it looks like they're going to be full pushing towards B here.
This is going to be really interesting.
And the Raze hides into the Viper Orb. Cursed is sitting right in front of him. And they were able to, the Sky and the Raze were able to time that very well and able to get down Cursed. Unfortunately, Sunseri goes down. Celsi does find one, but Alucard gets him just back. It's now a 4v1 situation. And, yeah, with one health, there's not much you can do.
I mean, you know, there is a certain definition as 2 HP in a dream. But
There is. But up against a 4v1, it's kind of not. And there it is. Creep gets killed right at the end there. Attackers are winning. It's 5-2. Or 5-1, I believe.
Yeah.
5-2. 5-2. We did win 2 rounds. Okay, yeah. 5-2. My memory is great.
Yeah.
And
It's fine. It's fine. It happens. It happens. It's Monday, right?
It happens.
Not Monday.
And that does look like we're going to be going into a timeout as we see Sam going to be talking with the team a little bit. We got to find our footing, it seems like. I think that full buy round definitely threw us for a loop on that second round, the force. That is what really threw off our momentum. And I think we were able to pick up some momentum by winning that one round, which is a huge 4K by Sinceri. But other than that, we have not been able to find our fitting since.
I mean, you know, you kind of got to mess with the flow of the game. Like, this map has honestly felt really, really choppy. Nobody's winning, like, a huge streak of rounds in a row. So, you know, the momentum's not really on either side, although I guess you could say it is technically on the side of UT Dallas.
UT Dallas.
They are ahead in the rounds.
So I mean, I guess I gotta have to agree with you on that one. I do have to agree. It's not there's not a blowout happening right now. I mean, we're only down 3 rounds
right now because we're about to destroy them, and they don't get more than 6. Remember my call. They don't get more than 6.
They don't get more than 6. So like basically they get one more round, and then after that, boom.
You
done.
know, we'll get to
use it carefully.
We'll get to 12. We'll get to 12. Then we'll give them the 6.
Yeah, exactly.
And then yeah, that's how that's gonna work. All right, no paint shell being thrown by Rays on the default now, so it's kind of going to not give them as much info. This B push could turn into something dangerous. The flash comes out. They have no info on B site. They have no clue if they're out or not.
I think we're utilizing a strategy here, which is just staying back so we don't get scanned by the util, because they use our util and our like appearance on a certain site to their full advantage, and they're able to time out exactly when to down players and all of that.
Oh, and this is going to be a good read from Point Park. Sunseri's going to be able to find the spike in tree, and they know there's at least one more. So if they can get to this spike in time before it gets out, and unfortunately no, it's going to be okay though. It is a 4v4. And, oh, look at the flank. Hopefully she doesn't get scanned by the alarm bot. But now gets scanned by the alarm bot. Creep finds one. That's going to be a sky diff right there with a bulldog.
And he doesn't go down, and that's huge. So he's still on the flank, and he just got out of there hightail and right to B side immediately. So now, UT Dallas, as far as they're concerned, they are stuck here.
They're pinched. Right, yeah, exactly. And this, you can tell their team's kind of just waiting for a mistake from Point Park here. So as long as we don't give them any sort of overcommit from our part. Oh, it's the Astro Alt.
The Astro Alt goes out with 13 seconds. They got a plan here really
soon.
soon.
Oh my gosh, that's going to be, just one. Unfortunate. And now it's up to Creep, and Creep alone. 1v2 scenario, and there is this KJ Alt. So the question is, do you try and bait out this KJ Alt? What do you try and do here? And he spots one. They might still think he is in tree.
That's a huge opening up that door and making presence there is enough to even bait them out.
Oh, and finds one? Wow, what a beautiful shot. And finds a wallbang on the second one, but gets jiggled. If Creep wins that round, I'm going nuts. That is absolutely absurd if he somehow finds that second pick. I mean, if that second shot isn't a wallbang,
dead. That absolutely dead, and that would have gone to us in a flash.
That would have been crazy.
But even though we lost this round, we still, I think we found out what to do here. I think we have to stay back further than we think we need to be at this point. Because, again, we make our presence known, they immediately get information, and they are able to capitalize on that to a huge immense, to the point where if we make a mistake, they're basically winning the round. So I think we're finally utilizing this as this next round goes up, as we are splitting right now.
Right, we're kind of playing reactive and not active, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Ooh, okay, so Creep was able to find someone there. He does get hit a little bit, but he wasn't able to really trade out the damage. So it looks like they're going to go out to C here. Selzy puts out an Omen smoke. And just like that, they're staying back yet again.
This is a really big split. There's 2 on A, there's 2 on C, 1 on B. I think they're
also really deep.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the Astra and the Viper all the way next to Tree, and you had basically everyone else almost onto site at C. But it looks like they're going to be doing the rotate now. Looks like they were able to get their Vile information on Omen, and now it looks like they're going to be going onto site. They were able to find Selzy. They do blind him. However, Selzy gets damaged a little bit, and although Sunseri finds one, and ultimately it's a trade, as Hairzoid is going to be planting. So here is a full rotate. Alucard does find a nade kill on Creep, unfortunately.
You hate to see that one there,
You hate to see it. It looks like the Viper's going to push up into its own orb. Here they are, and Curse was able to find the kill there. Sunseri going onto site, and they don't find him. It's a 2v2 right now. He tries to clear tree, but someone is unfortunately in there, and as I say that, Curse does go down. So that's going to be another attacker win for UT Dallas.
You know what I'm kind of observing is that every time that UT Dallas takes the site, they always tend to push up, which is they try and take a lot of space, and then they surge back, and then they fight out again. So you're almost like awaiting out the initial push. They're all going to flood with util. Then they sit back for a second. So maybe that's our moment to strike, or maybe we prepare for the next strike that we know is coming because of their habits from the previous round.
Exactly, and 11-7, Sunseri is just holding this team together right now as we open up to this next round.
Did I say they got more than 6? I meant 7.
Yeah, 7 was the number, I believe.
All right, Clark going to be investing this Viper's Pit here, just trying to stall it out. Chances are they're not committing to a C push whatsoever this round because nobody wants to go into a Viper's Pit. The action now turning to B, and they are going to be able to get on site here, but we do have this KJ ult here. Now the question is, are we going to be able to invest this lockdown in a way that doesn't get broken, that gets value, and the team secures the round with?
I definitely think they're going to be pushing that, especially with the alarm gun, and yeah, there goes Cursed.
Oh, and the shot through the smoke. You can see the gun, and oh, there's one still on A. And that KJ's aware.
Yeah, there was one flanking on A, and they
Wow.
were able to finish it up.
That's really unfortunate.
That's a flawless victory. It's now 8-2. Did we say we didn't say 7? No, we said 8. 8.
Yeah,
Yes,
less than
8.
9. Less than 9.
Less than 9. Yes,
Less than
yes.
9.
Yeah, I think we got it now.
Right.
I think we got it now. Our prediction is locked in now. All right.
Locked in. Yep.
But we're still trying to play this game of picking the right battles and trading when necessary. And I think that's just something that we are not getting to every single round. And so now we're back onto a save round, unfortunately, with 2 rounds left. With 2 rounds left, this is definitely the round you want to save. And as we say that, it looks like we're doing the solo defense strategy when we're down. And unfortunately, the Celsi and Sunseri does get down. Oh, Sunseri found the boombox kill, though, on the Alucard.
Kills a kill.
That's something. Kills a kill. Anyway, we are pushing up right now. And as the entire UT Dallas team rotates over to A, looks like Chris is going to get a little bit stuck here because this Astra might pull out.
I think she swings out of the smoke, honestly. I think she does.
I think she does as well. We still have lockdown to worry about. But how can we utilize that without our man falling down or without the lockdown being destroyed, especially with 4 people left on their team? Just like that, Creep gets flashed, but he does find a kill there, ready for the trade. 2-3 right now. Tried to clear the Asher on the right, but didn't find it, and Curse couldn't find them either. That's going to be another attacker win, 9-2.
It's again, we had Sheriff's that round.
Yeah, we had some good Sheriff kills that round. Not too many, though, but enough to make like a little bit of dent. However, it's the last round before the swap, so it's not going to really do anything to their economy. However, our economy, we're full buying now, so everything should be fine. Everything should be safe now for this last round. So this could go either way now.
The best part, we have 4 ults. It's the last round. There's going to be a lot of ults invested. And when we win, it's going to be 9-3.
Utilizing that Sky ultimate is going to be very, very helpful. Even the Omen ultimate either. But as I say that, the Raze ultimate goes out and does get a trade. A trade's a trade.
We trade. We'll take that. Honestly, the ult wasn't wasted. The Raze goes down. That's their top frag. So that's going to be pretty good for us. Now, this Omen ult being invested, I believe, to get some info. And it does get shot, so they are going to be aware of where the players are. Now I think it's about who pops the Sky Seekers first. That ult is going to be very valuable information. And whichever team, I believe, pops it first is going to be at the disadvantage because their Seekers are going to expire first. And they're not really going to have the response to the other person.
Exactly. So it does look like we're going to be pushing up onto A site fully here.
And there's the Seekers. They're getting ready. And there they are. Now the question is, are we going to have Seekers in response? And I believe yes. Yes, we do. And see, that's going to be the site kind of being held. They're pushing up through stairs. And there's the 2. And they find the spike and the 3rd, hopefully there as well. And KJ goes down. Curse going down. But a 3v2. 2 ults for UT Dallas. They are pinched on stairs. Celsi's going to find 1. And now it's a 3v1. This lockdown isn't going to do you much good if it gets broken.
And now this Killjoy is pinched and low on health. So now all we have to do is come together, continue sandwiching that Killjoy, and just like that, it's a round win.
Time.
But you got to be aware of time.
10 seconds left.
That's got to be a fake. They know that. And yep, there's the dog for info. They're waiting for next tap. And now she doesn't have time.
Now she doesn't have time. So just play it safe.
You're good. Nice.
But it doesn't even matter. They were low enough. Clark gets the 3K there. What a beautiful 3K by Clark, especially when they pushed out onto him right there. And now it's 9-3. And if you're in the Valorant community, you already know that the 9-3 curse, if you pray hard enough to your Valorant gods, the 9-3 curse does come into fruition.
Do we have to like pray like with our like a sip of Red Bull? Like is that
I
how
think
that works?
I think that's what you do. I think that's what you do.
Okay.
Okay. Take a sip on 3, 2, 1. Mambo Jumbo. Okay, there we go. 9-3 curse
is that part of it?
now.
Is that
Yeah,
part of it?
you had to say Mambo Jumbo.
Gotcha.
At least one person did, so
Okay,
I got
okay,
you.
okay.
Sunseri going 13-10 as we're beginning this next half, it looks like. And just like that, we're getting into another gunfight. We're hopefully we can do better on attack than defense since there's more sight. I feel like this would be attack sided heavy. Either way, we're getting into sight. It looks like we're making a lot of noise over on C as the rest of the team kind of just stays back and defaults a little bit.
And they do see the KJ.
They do see the KJ a little bit. Sunseri kind of looking around, trying to find out those kills. But everyone is kind of just staying back and waiting for UT Dallas to kind of push up so that we could get their kills.
Now, the thing is, that spike is still towards A. So it looks like Point Park wants to end A.
I think the ultimate strategy they're going for is to kill the Viper on A, and then once A site is almost free, to just do the rotate. But it looks like UT Dallas is not buying that. So what's going to be the plan here? This is the moment we see Creep and Sunseri kind of backing out. I don't think that flash really got any info. So he might have to go back and then rotate it back. But Roman is going to be waiting for them. So it's going to be interesting to see if they're going to cross paths. Up, and there we go. They did head think one. So the Viper has all of that information now. Smokes are going out. They're getting ready for the full A push with 20 seconds left on the clock. Are we going to be able to put that spike down?
And right now, they want to get on site as fast as possible because time is low. And it's not looking too hot, but they do find the plant and the shot.
Alrighty, spike does get planted, so that is huge for Point Park. All we got to do is just find our angles, and we should be good. But Devour is now on a 3K. Creep was able to find him, however, the Killjoy does finish it, and it looks like they are going to be defusing, and it's going to make that 10-3. Okay. So usually an indicator for the 9-3 curse is that whoever wins the pistol round is usually going to have it. So that was them.
Right,
And
there's
so,
still the Fnatic curse, right? Although that was that 11-2 or
might have been. I'm not sure.
we'll call
not sure.
We'll still call it Fnatic curse.
Dude, any comeback is doable for our Point Park Esports.
Hey, maybe
even if we lose a pistol round.
We might need to just invent something called the Point Park comeback, and it's just winning the rest of the rounds. I think that's valid.
I think we need to do that. But as you can see, it looks like UT Dallas has a heavier buy than we do, although we are trying to also catch them off guard with the full buy, with the force. So it's going to be interesting to see what Point Park is able to utilize with this.
That's going to be an interesting flash. It does find some info, I believe, on the KJ, so they are going to be aware probably that KJ is there because, like I said, towards the beginning of the match, KJ likes to typically play on C site, especially on lower gun buys.
And I think Point Park knows that, which is why we're definitely more sure of the A push this round.
Ooh, big shots coming up from Sunseri. He's going to be finding two and is now going to be getting that upgrade to the Bulldog. The site is hopefully going to be theirs, but Parazoid finds one. Sunseri trading that right back, so that's going to be 3. It's now down to the last 2 for UT Dallas, and I think we're seeing a pivot here.
And I think it would be definitely interesting to get Sunseri healed, right? Thank you, Creep, for that. I was definitely concerned about that. Okay, the flash goes out. We still got to watch that one area. And Alucard does find him, and Beast gets a double kill with that. And then defenders are going to be taking that one.
I think that's a comms issue. Now, granted, you clear backside, so one technically could be in the middle of sight. So you want someone watching at least spawn area, that kind of drop boxes, because you know it's either chances are one's playing there or one's going to drop from heaven. You're going to be able to hear that if you're watching that. Second, you want to watch stairs. So if you have one person watching stairs, one person watching the drop, you might be okay there. And I think just maybe just a little bit of communication error on the part of Point Park.
Either way, the bonus round is happening right now. Where full guns are going all over the place. It's definitely all in our hands. So if there's any round in this entire map, if we have any chance of like savoring this round to maybe get this into our hands, this is the round we need to utilize that on as we go into an A push here. Sunseri trying to clear out Tree in that middle part. However, he does find the Viper there. It was good though that they missed their shots now.
He got a haircut.
Definitely got a haircut. And Sunseri getting freaky with the defenders there a little bit. Creep is now going to be planting. It's going to be a full retake situation for UT Dallas as Spike is planted, and we are in a 5v5 situation.
This is going to be really tense, I feel like. This is the swing round of the whole map.
And just like that, all of the players are here. Omen was able to smoke that off. He does get flashed, and he does get killed. And just like that, almost all of our guys went down in just an instant. And that's going to be a defuse, making this 12-3 in an insane match point clutch scenario for Point Park.
You know what I have been noticing is that these sky flashes are really catching us off guard. So either well played to the enemy sky on UT Dallas, or we need to start being more aware. Either way, we still need to be focusing on that adapt. And for all intents and purposes, let's say that next map, let's hope they don't play sky, because like.
Sky is Sky. I mean, as a part of like initiator for what Sky is, it doesn't give you like specific.
17 assists.
Oh,
for the enemy Sky.
Oh,
Herazoid with 17.
I just saw that. Wow,
that's crazy.
That's crazy. Our man's given all his entire game into that. Dang.
You typically don't see that in your ranked games, right? Do you?
I don't.
Exactly.
I definitely don't.
Anyway, now. Sunseri with this ult. So they are going to be looking for value because this is a must-win round. They have to win the next 9 straight. So
and Point Park is going to be aware that they're kind of going into this Killjoy push, so maybe they finally have the round and the guts to able to do that.
Ooh,
especially
like
with getting rid of the Killjoy util, as you can see Sunseri doing. That's going to be a huge dent into the enemy Killjoy.
Right, and now they have no info for the contact of C-Site, which means unfortunately they're going to have to wait off of the turret. They're going to have to invest a star there, as you can see. Astra, or I believe, I don't know if that's Viper. And the ult now getting invested. Is there going to be a pick? And they do escape through tunnel. They're just going to be holding it. A swing out from Alucard is going to be able to find Sunseri.
That was definitely unfortunate. That is not an ult that we should have lost there. Alucard on its way getting an ace right now.
No ace. No ace for him.
No ace for him. But
the
Point Park does unfortunately go down 13-3. UT Dallas takes round 1 of 3. That was definitely hard for our Point Park Esports.
Yeah.
Must say that was definitely hard. If there's one thing that I want to pick up on, or at least say, is that UT Dallas definitely played off each other a lot. And I think that's how they were able to win specific rounds. You saw the flash outside of the smoke and then 3 people come out of that smoke. They utilized that a lot.
I think one of the strengths that UT Dallas is utilizing is using that util, but that also means that they are taking the fights when they want to. And that is something that we haven't really seen from Point Park, especially on that Lotus map right there, because we were kind of playing reactionary. And yes, reactionary is a strat, but sometimes when it doesn't work, you got to kind of mix it up. And sometimes if they do have to, take their fights into their own hands and choose that timing, choose when the enemy is going to be off guard, that might be our way to win more rounds.
It might be our way. And now we're coming up on round 2 here on Sunset. This is UT Dallas's pick.
It is.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit scared. And I think
scared for them.
I like you. I like how you see the glass half full, honestly. It's nice. It's a nice perspective here.
See
It's nice.
Positivity. PMA.
Look, we're all about positivity here. We love our opponents if our opponents love us. Love your enemies like thy neighbors, If that was a Bible quote that I just said, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
I don't know either. But this Sunset pick is now, we're now going into Sunset. I'm a little bit worried just because I have no prior knowledge on Sunset. However, I think sometimes when maps go right into the pool to be picked, sometimes it's almost kind of used as like an intimidation tactic of like, okay, we already have our skills set on this one. But after seeing something such as thought out as Lotus for their team, and that was our pick, I'm a little bit more nervous as I was before this game.
I can't imagine though that they're gonna be super prepared like they were on Lotus because they've been playing Lotus for I mean, how long's it been out? A year now. So, you know, you may think that you have some really nice strats, but who have they really played on Sunset? No one.
No one.
You haven't really
brand
played.
new.
And there's probably something that, you know, they're not really thinking of. As much as these players are really great players, they're not VCT. So they're not going to think of everything. They're not rank 1 on the ranked leaderboard. There's going to be something that they're missing, and there's definitely a chance that we sweep this one from under their feet unexpectedly or expectedly, depending on how the first round goes.
And I think that's something else that I want to bring up is capitalizing off of mistakes. Valorant is a huge, huge game where that is like almost like the #1 rule that you have to follow is that whenever the other team makes a mistake and you know that they make a mistake, capitalize on that. And I think that's what we see a lot of UT Dallas doing is capitalizing off of some of the mistakes that we are making. So we're getting caught in those flashes. We're getting caught in peeking too early. We're getting caught in just not getting the intel right out the gate or before like they actually die. So I think we're getting caught up in those 60 situations, and that's going to be a moment for UT Dallas to like capitalize off of our mistakes and then go for the kills, go for the plans, and then to just secure the round in general. So if we're able to capitalize off of their mistakes more than they capitalize off of our mistakes, that's when you're going to see the tide swing over into our basketball, over into our end rather than their end.
Because at the end of the day, this is sports.
Sports.
It is.
It's
athletics.
sport. Athletics. Sports. Games. Rounds.
Have you seen those?
Yeah.
Have you seen those TikToks? I think on Sunset, I believe there's like a basketball hoop or something, and so people go into like.
I saw that.
I think they like do dunk contests with a spike. And they,
yeah.
like,
I saw a dunk contest with a spike on Sunset. There's definitely like a hidden gem there as well, which is going to be very, very interesting.
Adding more content into the game.
Dude.
We'd love to see it.
I love to see it, honestly.
Blizzard Games should take notes.
So that was our moments of silence for Overwatch 2. Thank
2.
you for joining us, guys.
Yes.
However, it looks like we're going to be getting into our second round here very, very shortly, so please stay tuned. Hey, we're sponsored by Redbull, so like if you're like kind of falling asleep at the wee hours of somewhere around 8, I don't know why you would be.
8:14.
8:14. Thanks. So if you're having trouble staying awake, you know, you're starting to get tired for your Thursday night classes or something like that, pick yourself up a Red Bull and continue watching with us.
Or if you have ADHD like myself and you need a nap, caffeine.
Caffeine. There you go. There's all of your energy for the next 2 hours. Basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Love it.
We did unfortunately add another map to the loss column.
Unfortunate.
But this Sunset, like we talked about earlier, has that unpredictability. Nobody knows what's going to happen.
I don't know what's going to happen.
I don't even know what the comp's going to look like.
This map is so fresh to where we haven't even seen like VCT professionals play this map up against each other. I mean, we're heading into some new territory here. Now, I am not sure if our players have gotten a chance to really like solidify our like strategies on this map, but UT Dallas picking that map, it means they have at least somewhat of an idea going into this match of what their strats are and what their gameplay is.
Interesting. Yeah.
This actually might be one of our downfalls for this game if we downfall, but I don't think we're going to do that. We're not going to do that. I mean, it's the Point Park Pioneers.
Right.
We got this.
We may be 1-5, but there's a reason we have that one.
Because we are good.
Because we're good.
We're good.
And we're dedicated. We're a great team. We work together. We have great coaching, great staff, great crew.
Yours truly.
That's us.
That's us. That's us.
But yeah, I'm really excited for this map. And what do you think the comp is going to look like? Like, what do you?
It's going to be interesting to see what the comp is. If Sunset's going to be in the pool, I'm going to assume that Deadlock is going to be in the agent pool at least.
Right.
At least with my experience on Sunset, it seems like either Killjoy, which we probably will see since both teams are very familiar with Killjoy, it seems. For us, it's Cursed. But what would be very interesting to see if these players had enough time with Deadlock, because I personally think Deadlock as a Sentinel on Sunset is actually really, really good. You have that four-way wall that can pretty much block an entire alleyway and takes a lot of rounds to get rid of. You also have all of those Utos that basically just stun or like stop them immediately. I mean, like and also Deadlock's ult, the entire spiderweb thing.
Right.
That, I think Deadlock is a huge, huge pick for not only just Sunset, but for any map. So I'm waiting to see when we get the Deadlock pick in here. So at least for a Sentinel point of view, I definitely wouldn't be surprised if I saw a Deadlock somewhere in the mix.
I think we're going to see a Gecko, as I mentioned earlier. I feel like, I don't know, I enjoy playing Gecko on Sunset, even though I don't really play Gecko. But I know, I think, I agree with you, we're probably going to see a KJ. I think there's going to be a raise for the one reason of there's a little arch on A site, and you can throw your nade through the window.
Oh.
And it like lands on the team, so it stops their A push, which is just like Lotus on A site. You have that nade that you can throw by default. It's going to stop their entire push. So there's 3. Then we have the smokes.
Smokes is going to be interesting. I'm not sure, honestly. I mean, like, the safe pick would be for Omen because of all of the smokes. He's probably one of the easiest to play. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a smoke. Would we be seeing a double smoke, though, on this map?
I think if you're going to see Omen, you're going to see Viper. I think those two are going to be a pair. However, I think we could see an Astra here. And
I could see Astra working on this
hot
map.
take, Harbor. I think Harbor has a lot of good sectioning off for this map. You can just send your wall through mid, and there is nothing that they can do. You can use that little push wall to block off that little side for Market on B site. You can use it to block off one of the sides on A site.
And it's funny, too, because I've actually seen Harbor quite a lot on Sunset for the games that I've played. So a Harbor pick absolutely wouldn't do any harm to anybody who picks it. And as we're getting into the game here right now, it looks like we're going to be seeing our picks here very, very soon. But if we do pick Harbor, I want to see him paired up with either Viper, which is the pairing that we got on Breeze, which gave us a win, or just another smoke in general that does more damage than smoke.
But I also could see a double initiator comp here as well.
And just like that, ooh, okay, so we're seeing an Omen pick, potentially from Clark. Since Sari and Creep are going back to Raze and Sky, respectfully.
Is that the double dog? Is this the double dog meta?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Fade and Sky.
The Fade and Sky, yeah. But as for our Sentinels go, so far we're wrong. We're seeing Cypher get thrown into the mix, which Cypher I pretty much almost forgot about.
The Harbor Viper coming from the enemy team.
Ooh, that's gonna be interesting.
That's gonna be
interesting.
Yeah.
That is something that we were able to pull off on, but we weren't able to. But they're gonna utilize it as well.
We pulled it off really, really well. The question is, can we have a taste of our own medicine and still survive?
Exactly.
And
it looks like the rest of the pick goes out for UT Dallas. We're getting a Raze, a Fade, and a Breach.
And you can hear the players right now. They are ecstatic. They are high energy, high spirited.
I can hear them
from Creep.
I can hear them through the walls right now. First game on Sunset, one of a kind, first of the Point Park season, and we are in for a sweet, sweet treat.
I think Fade here, because both teams are using Fade, so they must know something that we don't.
I think so as well. So Fade is also a really good pick for Initiator because Fade, I would say, is the perfect balance between discombobulating the enemy a little bit and also getting that intel that you need. So Fade is a perfect Initiator for especially a map that's so new like this. And pairing that with Sky, in our case, I think is a really good idea. Because you got the double dogs, as you mentioned. You also got flashes. You also got blinds. I mean, that's going to be very, very huge. And just like that, we are starting this off with an A push with our Point Park Pioneers. Slowly getting into that as we see the Breach already got already tagged them a little bit. Here comes the dog.
Nice.
Sunseri finds him, but as they say that, Alucard gets cursed. So now we're back to a 4v4. Creep does some damage, but wasn't able to finish it off. Alucard is very, very low right now, but it's a 3v3 situation, so this is something that we can definitely utilize on. And already, with a minute to go, Clark has planted. And it looks like everyone's going to be behind that smoke right now. And just like that, 1, 2, 3, it's done.
The smoke ran out, and the enemy team was definitely not expecting that. I wasn't.
I don't think they were as well. Definitely a lot of them were caught off guard, and then as soon as that happened, 1, 2, 3, ABC, you and me, Michael Jackson, boom, off them.
I respect that. Those were good songs.
You know, that Michael Jackson, prime of the time, you know? Prime of the time.
Prime. Unlike the skin that he's using, which is Forsaken.
Exactly. But hey,
But hey.
we got a round down, a pistol win. This is going to be really good if we can keep up this momentum. I can see Point Park trying to pull this off.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, you love to see that Celsi is going to open up the second round with a nice little pick on the Viper. So there go their smokes, at least one of them.
At least one of them. And also, the forcing of the Vandal is very, very huge. If we can keep that in our hands for as long as possible, that is going to be very nice.
Oh, the flank! One's on flank! They're aware that there's a second, and Curse is going to be able to find the second as well. 4v2, gun advantage is in our favor. The blind, I think, catches one, so that is going to displace one of the enemy, and they spot the second too. So they know where both are.
They know where they're at. Can they be able to utilize that? And that spike is down. They have the manpower. And
now,
what's going to happen here?
It's up to us. Sunseri finding one. That Vandal's going to go down, but Curse is going to be able to find the trade. They are going to be able to pick that Vandal right back up. And we're going to be up a 2-0 lead.
So the first thing I'm noticing is that, granted, we only have gone A, but these rounds are going very, very fast. And it's because, and I don't know if it's because the distance between spawn and site is not big at all, which is personally what I think, or we just have a mentality, we just have a winner's mentality right now, that if we push into the site together, we're going to win. And it looks like we've seen that so far.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Sunset is if you want to rotate fast, you have to rotate through mid. And teams are very scared to go through mid because it is wide open. There's so many places that you can peek from. And you can see that UT Dallas has 2 people invested to watching mid, and there's nobody even there.
And it looks like we tried to bait them a little bit with A, but as they're pushing onto our site, they're kind of pushing into our backs right now as we are trying to rotate through mid and hopefully go for a B push here. Sunseri does connect the headshot with the breach, though. And there's the second one. Is he going to be able to finish it off? He does throw the nade. Hopefully that finishes it off, but that unfortunately hits the fade a little bit, though. But it looks like we're going to be going through mid to B. Sunseri finds Herazoid with a flash.
Look at this flank. Oh.
Sunseri finds a third. There's only 2 left. This is Sunseri's ace again.
Wait, you got 3.
He got 3. This is Sunseri's ace. Where is it? Let my man cook. Where's the cook?
Get this man in the kitchen.
The chef is in the kitchen. He's stirring it up. He's getting the knives out. He's getting ready.
He's not on Jet. He's on Raze.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Right.
Sorry. Creep does take Sunseri's ace there, right there, though. However, it's 5-1. They're going out. Devour does find Clark, but Cursed, hiding behind that box, is able to finish it out. Attackers win. We're now 3-0. Extremely huge for Point Park right now.
That's something you love to see, especially because the enemy team, they bought their guns that round. They forced up, and now they're in shambles.
So now the credit game is in our territory, and now it's our time to play with the credits that we have. It kind of basically utilize that to our maximum capacity. And as you see, we're going to be seeing some Spectres, and we're going to be seeing some Stingers on the enemy team, the UT Dallas right now. So they're in a rough position right now. They got to save up.
You know what I do find interesting is their Viper actually forced up a Spectre and is now broke for the next round regardless. So they're really, really investing, at least for Viper here.
Here we go with a slow push right now.
Dog going to be coming out on both sides, clearing the site. They know absolutely nobody's on site, so they have to assume at least one person is close somewhere. And they know from last round that somebody did flank through mid. Are going to be aware of that. The trip is going to be there.
And there's
this bomb goes down.
And now it's going to be a full retake situation. Not everyone is on the site yet, but Spike's already down. Sunseri does go down, though.
The bigger problem there is that's going to be the gun that she might be able to get, that enemy Viper. Creep finding one, creep finding two, curse
Oh,
finding...
here we go. It's just like that.
Hello?
It's leg work over here.
Hello? Everybody's gone.
Wow.
Everybody's gone.
They all left.
They all fell down.
The lights were on in the house, but no one's inside.
They, you know, Sunseri went out. We went, oh no. Then the enemy team went down, and we went, oh yeah.
Oh, yay. Yippee.
Yippee. We played Valorant. We shot them. They died.
Sunseris with a beautiful 4 rounds off the bats, going 6-2 right now. And the credit game, Curse only at 8,100 credits, only bought 900 away from full as we go into this 5th round here. Looks like our Sky Flash definitely brought out that Fade Prowler. Just like that, it looks like most of our team is mid right now.
You're going to be seeing a fast rotate out from UT Dallas. So it's going to be a little bit interesting. And now you can see them doubling back on their decision. They're a little bit unsure, which is good because we want them to be unsure of what we're doing. And that spam almost connects.
Harbor does get lit up a little bit. And that's going to be huge because already he's damaged.
Now just sitting back, waiting.
We're playing this default. We're playing this waiting game. We're definitely trying to get them out of a sticky situation. Okay, Cursed. Finishing off the breach there. That's huge.
Love to see that. And the ult's going to be invested now by Sunseri. Looking for one pick. Doesn't be able to find the timing, so is going to be looking for the Cypher ult as well. And are they going to find it? No.
Oh, that was a rough ult for Sunseri there. However, just it's hard to really connect that sometimes. Oh, no. Oh, no.
That's kind of painful.
That's kind of painful.
Oh. Are they aware? They're not aware. Oh, they are aware. Alucard.
They were very aware.
Yeah, they kind of found the ult there and might have taken him out here. But we do have A site.
Clark is planting. We are down in numbers. This is easy. Yeah. There we go.
Next one.
Oh, they're flashed.
Woo!
Okay. Okay, Creep gets another one. And just like that, we are evening the tables yet again, and it's going into our side. And here comes the ult. Ooh. Creep wasn't able to connect on that one. Harazoi does get the final kill, so evening out the playing field now. So we still gotta get this retake in position here. Only Viper is here.
Is she gonna stick to half? That's crazy. She's sticking. She's sticking, and we're not gonna be able to find the spam.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, that's really, really unfortunate. We do find the kill, so not all is lost.
Not all is lost. However, we were not expecting the stick. That is unfortunate. Wow. We are still up in the rounds, though. It's 4-1, and a lot of their team does lose their guns. And no matter which way you want to look at this, it's still kind of a rough gun game for UT Dallas to come back on. So, I mean, yes, they did get the round win there, but still, 4 of their men went down. So, no matter which way you kind of look at it, win or not, on the board, they're still going to be kind of in the thick of it with this gun credit game.
And we're kind of in their heads because, you know, they have to take a timeout here. They did win a round. Should they have won it? It's debatable. You know, both teams could have done something to secure the round a little bit better. But the question is, how are they going to capitalize after this timeout? Because Point Park, we're still on a roll at the end of the day. We're still rich in those credits. If I had $1 for every credit that I think Selzy had a round ago, I'd be loving life.
I'd be able to pay off my student loans with that.
I probably still wouldn't, but that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's a good start. I will very much take it.
Economy.
No, it's okay. I love it.
It's okay.
I love it.
I love it here. Hey, I love it here as much as you do, too.
Yeah.
I love our Point Park Esports program.
Woo!
Woo! Anyway, but it looks like we're going to be back. Timeout is over. We're back into the game. We're going to recover from that unfortunate loss, but we still have the lead by 3. So this is just going to be smooth sailing from here on out for our Point Park Pioneers with the credits. And just like that, Prowler is going out right now. Faye trying to get whatever intel that she can.
You know what I'm kind of scared about, though? We're using a lot of util to get this information.
Especially this Fade. They are using a lot of util. Oh, and he crouched just before Curse was able to see him, so they were able to get the kill, and now we're down in numbers.
We call that the blob peek, when you peek while crouching.
Oh, that was definitely a smart move on them, I will say that much.
Oh, look, B site's open.
However, oh yeah, I just realized that B site's completely open. LMAO. Sunseri gets one. It's a headshot through a wall. That's amazing. And Spike is down. And so right there, and that Viper is going to have to do a long rotate from A if they're going to want to do a somewhat even retake here. But Spike is down and the time is ticking.
Oh, this timing.
Alucard does get Sunseri. Creep wants to use his flash, but probably not the best time. Creep does get flashed a little bit. Hairzoid does get Clark. We gotta find him.
Nice.
The Prowler goes out, and he does be able to get him. Oh, they're gonna.
Oh, they get it.
They get it.
Woo!
Oh, they got that off just in time. That was literally a millisecond away from defusing.
I was a little scared there. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I am sweating, and it's not because of the temperature of this room we're casting in right now. Whew.
This is a tense game. Even though it is 5-1, it feels close.
It feels really, really close. I think UT Dallas is trying to pick up back their momentum, and it's working to some degree. They're not immediately pushing onto site as we saw with the first 4 rounds that we won. They're staying back a little bit, they're using their util to their advantage, and then they're going in site, which is kind of taking us off guard a bit.
And you can see this default kind of from, I believe, Faith here, and it's kind of just using both of those Prowlers on A side. I don't know if that's to sell more of a fake, or if it's to kind of just gather info, but it has become part of conditioning, honestly. And maybe they're going to use it, yeah.
And it looks like, yet again, it looks like that safe space is going to be going through mid. So it looks like that's what our team's going to be doing, unless they're trying to full rotate on over to A. Either way, we've got to get all of our eggs in one basket.
Now they're going to B site. The Fade ult is going to scan a few, and that's going to be securing the pick onto the Viper. Are we aware of this raise, though? The enemy team is going to be floating on at the same time we are, and are we aware of the default? And we do find the flick. Sunseri with a nice shot, and another one as well. We're going to be getting 2 here.
Okay, Sunset, let him cook.
Let him cook. Can he get 3? Selzy with 1. And nice. The trades are there.
Nice. Love to see it. Sunseri with the flicks. I was like, for sure, when he was going around that box, I was like, ah, dang, Sunseri's dead.
Yeah.
He got that like immediately. So that was great.
And you can see Creep there, definitely feeling it, trying to give some more oomph to Clark.
He's hyping up our man Clark. Sunseri going 9-4 right now. Creep right behind him going 8-3. And just look at those credits. We are still so healthy right now.
Everybody is positive, just like everyone on this broadcast right now. Everything's going so well.
All positive vibes. All positive vibes here at the Point Park Esports casting room.
We love to see it.
Alrighty. We are in round 8. And Curse gets an immediate pick off of Alucard. And that's going to be huge. And as you can see, there's going to be somebody market there. Hairzoid does get him, and then they were able to get the trade on Curse. So now they are down as Clark is going to be planting on B side. And here comes the ult. Sunseri finds him, though.
They're aware of market. They know there's at least one.
It looks like a lot of them is over in market. Clark is able to trade out the fade.
Nice.
And the rest of them get the rest of the team. That is going to be another win for the Point Park Esports. That is actually very huge because that was UT Dallas's buy round. So now we are back into the safe space credit game, and UT Dallas is going to be squirming a bit.
Yeah, as much as UT Dallas is bringing these rounds to be a close, like, end game, it doesn't matter if you don't secure the round. If you don't win that round, that number does not go up, and you do not get any closer to 13.
Exactly. And Sunseri, 10-5, staying at the top of the leaderboard like he usually does.
It's going to be very nice when eventually we we'll secure the rest of the rounds, kind of get we're in our mojo now.
We're in the Mojo Doja La Casa house.
And we just got to keep it and make sure we don't overheat.
Exactly.
And the dog going to be invested, finds the player in market. Only one on B, though. So there might be maybe some sort of read that we think Creep has, as no one's really playing close on A.
It does look like a full stack is on A, so if they do decide to commit to this site, it's gonna be hard. But Sunseri making some presence.
They're selling the fake. What a fake by Sunseri. Does lose his life and his ult.
But look at that.
Free.
A is now absolutely free. We got them off site. And now Clark is planning. And now they're going to have to do a retake. And yes, we got 1 player down, but still. 2 players down. Spoke too soon.
Celsi not going to be happy with the result of that one, but there is a very solid chance. We have 3 people in places where they don't know, and we get the shot onto the harbor, and then the breach. Curse finding 2 very, very nice picks. And now the Cypher ult going to be used. They know that the enemy is not on the spike. They now have to swing because they're not aware of if anyone's on the spike.
But that
and
time's
no,
ticking.
and they know someone's
They gotta
on.
get it going. Clark with a TP there. Ooh.
Viper's Pit's invested here?
Okay.
That's a strange Viper ult.
That, I didn't know what that Viper... I think they got very, very worried that they weren't going to be able to get the defuse in time, even if they were to kill the rest of the teammates, and they had to do something to block out their vision. But ultimately, it didn't work when we just pushed in.
Yeah, and I know I mentioned earlier, taking the fights into our own hands. Right now, we're waiting for one piece of util, one overstep from them, and we are responding back with a full push right back onto them. We noticed that, you know, the harbor dropped down. Immediately, we had Curse shooting and then reacting to the next player because you assume there's going to be at least one more there.
But here we go. We're now looks like defaulting a little bit. Creep did a little something over on B, but that was honestly just a fake, and I think UT Dallas knows that at this point. But now it looks like we're going to be grouping up towards A a little bit here.
And you can see Omen just kind of looking up mid. We know that there's one person that kind of likes to peek CT, top mid. So we know that they've kind of been dying there every now and again. So if we can get that free pick, trade it for some info, and here's what I was talking about.
Ooh, and Clark was able to find the Viper. And he's watching this mid area over here, but they do know that he's going to be watching over here a little bit.
Viper jump spotting, doesn't find anyone mid, but they don't know exactly which site we are headed to.
It looks like they're trying to even out their men no matter what, but here comes the dog. Just going to try to check market. Here's the breach, and breach does get tagged. However, the Sky also does get hit with the wall. And Sunseri finds a kill on the Roman. So now this is huge. There's only one person here on A left, and it looks like we're going to be going in big time.
Are they aware, though? Oh, another card gets one. Traded, though.
It was traded by Celsi. We do have A site for free, and Omen was able to get there just in time.
What the heck? First. The spray control.
The 3-kill over on mid. They had no idea what was coming out of him. Curse with a 3K over on mid. Oh, wow. I'm totally geeking out over here right now.
They got one on mid, and they assumed, oh, mid's going to be clear. Nope. Cursed is still there.
And remember what I said off of capitalizing on mistakes. Their enemy Viper, their enemy Harbor got stuck in a weird position, but that gave us all the confidence to go onto site, and that ultimately was their downfall. Because if you would have died there, we probably would have had the mentality to go B, and we would have just been ready for just one heck of a time, honestly.
Right. The spot that Harbor's playing in last round, at most he gets one, maybe if you're lucky you get two, but you're going to get traded eventually, and then you give them the free site, and that's exactly what happened. Now, looking, just waiting. We took a lot of mid space this round.
It looks like we're going to be doing that yet again.
Yeah. You can see that we're kind of in command of this mid, and you have to wonder that UT Dallas, did they know that this was going to happen when they chose this map as their pick?
I don't think anybody knew what this was going to happen. Yet again, this is a new map. It just got put into the map rotation. It just got put into the map pool to be able to get picked. So you don't really know what to expect when you pick this map.
I have this fight.
And now just backing off of A. Raze is going to be taking a little bit of space up, so they know that no one's going to be A main directly. And Sunseri finds a nice shot on Viz.
And just like that, we have more mid control. Clark still goes down, but we are still in control of mid. It's a 4v4. And ultimately, if you want to catch the rotates, you have to be able to do that. A trade goes out.
I like what I'm seeing on mid. Look at this. There's two players. Are they aware? Is the Raze going to catch the Cypher? And yes, does find the sight line. And the Cypher now is aware of the Raze, but is he aware of the Harbor? And Sunseri finding one as well.
Sunseri finds one. Is he going to realize that there's another person here? But Celsi is going to be able to plant as the final two UT Dallas members are going to be pushing onto site, it looks like, together.
Oh.
Curse was low there, so he wasn't able to finish that.
But Play time here. We can play smart. It's a 2v2. The Raze showstopper.
Enemy remaining.
Ooh.
Oh!
Yes! And Sozi was able to finish out the kill after that Sunsary nade. It's now 10-1 Point Park.
I couldn't really tell what was happening there, I'm going to be honest.
I'm going to be honest, me too.
There was a lot happening, that different fights, that there was a lot of timing battles there. We saw with that lurk up mid and the two people rotating over from A site. If there's one more timing that's just a little bit better for any team, that round is over.
Over. And as you can see, Cursed is now taking a spotlight on the top of the leaderboard. 14-5 from our Cypher on attack.
It's having a monster game right now.
Curse is having a great game, and as we're entering this round, Alucard does get a hit on Clark, but the trade goes out thanks to Sunsary. However, it looks like we might have to get out of here a little bit quicker because it looks like they're going to try to capitalize on that. But this is going to be a situation where we might not have the mid control that we had before, but how are we going to be able to capitalize on this?
Personally, I don't like that Harbor out there. Yes, it forces you off site, but you don't have that for a retake now. I mean, I guess you have this breach ult. It is going to be the last round.
Here comes the Raze ult. Doesn't find anyone. However, the nade goes out, and Viz does get the headline on Sunsary, though.
Ooh, both ults being invested. That's going to be painful, and I can't see.
I can't see, but Viz is really low right now, but he was able to get a solid 4K with that. I mean, okay, utils happened.
They util dumped.
They util dumped. We got caught in a sticky situation. If they wouldn't have had the ults that round, it would have been a lot different game, we'll say. However, it's the end of the half. We now are on defense. It's time to see if we can seal this away in 3 rounds.
Right. I mean, yeah. If we get pistol, we get the eco round, it's just one more.
And we have the kills to pay the bills, but will the kills pay the bills? Will the kills pay the bills, basically? But also, we basically get to find out if this is going to be an attack-sided map or not. Because honestly, with my gameplay of it, I thought it could go either way with how this map was set up. But honestly, this might be an attack-sided, heavy-sided map. And here we go. Okay, now as I say this, it looks like they're going to be full pushing on B site, which seems to be the consensus for a lot of people. And almost all of them have the site, but Clark gets a kill through the wall. Oh, wasn't able to finish the kill, but Sunsary finds that one. Trades are going out left and right. It's now a 3v3. Some Fizz is planting right now, even though he is almost at half health. And as we are in this retake situation right now, we got to be very, very careful here. We have to utilize our util to its fullest capacity.
I think he's aware. He's definitely aware. There's pings. They definitely know.
There goes the smoke out. Selzy was able to find one.
One enemy remaining.
And Herzord is the last one remaining. And there we go. That's a pistol win round for us. We're making this 11-2. We're going to find our momentum, and we're going to make it match point sooner or later. Morte bene, Crib. Morte bene. Delicioso.
Is Creep Italian?
I have no idea.
Was that Italian?
He was just doing the Italian, the double-handed Italian gesture that everyone knows.
I thought he just didn't get some fist bumps, and I thought he was angry about that. But
nah, look, our team fist bumps. The P and PPU stands for Positivity. Positivity Park University. We're rebranding.
As long as it's not copyrighted, right?
But, here we go again with the UT Dallas forcing with the Stingers. This is going to be an interesting play on that. It worked the first time they did this when they lost pistol round, but are they going to able to pull it off again?
Are we aware of it this time? That's the real question. Because they're going to force, right? We know this. Oh, this timing is going to be converted on. Yes, Curse does find the first.
Okay, thank you, Curse. I thought the timing was going to be off. Ooh, nice.
Creep finding a nice headshot. I like saying that. Curse finds the first. Can we do that a lot more?
Yeah, I want Curse to find the first a lot more times.
First win, first victory, first MVP, first tournament win. I'll take it. I'll take it all.
I'll take it all.
Oh, this timing is not going to be good. Ooh, the flash, though, is good, but
Sunsary was able to dodge it. Nice!
What a dodge, and native response, also the dog in response. Sunsary going to be finding another spray onto Viz. That's going to be really good, as now it's a 5v1. They forced up, which means they are broke if they somehow do not convert this in 1v5 ace fashion.
And this is the risk you have to take whenever you force a second round. I mean, you don't have the credits, and there we go with Sinceri with the 3K, a flawless victory for Point Park. Again, that's the risk you have to take that we are all so familiar with Valorant players. If you force on round 2, you are low on credits. You are not going to be able to come back if you do not win that round. So UT Dallas, although it was a great strategy on Lotus, they were not able to capitalize on it here.
Right, I would 100%
And that's going
agree.
to kill them, especially now that we've entered match point. They're not going to full buy.
Which goes to show you that these teams are definitely not mismatched. It is definitely about the map, how everyone is playing together. And you can see Point Park, this map is playing really, really well. They're playing with each other, playing off flashes, and they're dodging flashes. But Viz is going to be finding the first on the creep.
I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of Sunset if this is going to be our comfort mat. However, I would still like them to work it a bit more. This is the first time we've seen it, so there's going to be some things that work really, really well and some things that are not. Either way, we're going into here now. We're going into site. We're kind of... It looks like UT Dallas might be going up to B, but Spike is over on A. Alucard gets the hit on Clark. That might give them... That might give the space over on A side, but Curse is going to stay put.
The question is, they're pivoting, though. We don't have anything on site, and if we see that this bomb is not down, we're going to have to assume that they're going to pivot to A.
And this is interesting, too, because we're completely off of A site, but it looks like they're going to try to get on B site, even though none of our guys are there anyway. So that was an interesting pivot. As you can see, trades go out. It's going to be interesting to see. The timing on that was just right. Spike has been planted, and we're now in a 2v4 situation for UT Dallas here on this bonus round.
Is there going to be a double swing?
That might be.
Jiggle? They do find it.
They do find it, so they're going to stay back and definitely see what they can do with that. Alucard does get Celsi. It's a 4v1 for Cursed. All the util is going out. Here we go. And Alucard gets the third kill on Cursed. Attackers win that one. It's now 12-3. Okay. Okay, it's a little bit tricky, especially with match point, because what we tried to do there on bonus round, especially when you win 2 rounds in a row, is to save your guns, which is what we did.
It is the smart play.
It is the smart play, especially since you don't know if you're going to win that final round or not. So I think that was a smart play. We were definitely even matched, and UT Dallas is going to be playing this game of, since they're in match point, they always have to full buy to whatever credits that they have. And right now, they're not going to be able to full buy, but they're kind of close since a lot of them stayed alive.
I noticed on the credits that they didn't buy the other teammate a rifle. They could have bought and then bought full shield.
Oh, that's interesting.
So maybe they know something we don't.
Maybe.
Maybe that's the reason they picked Sunset. We'll never know.
We will never know, honestly.
And now, pressure coming in from mid, from UT Dallas. And the question is, where are they going to be ending this round? Because we know they've been favoring B a lot more. We haven't really seen the A execute because of this Cypher. And they're kind of just taking mid control, trying to take B here. And is this timing going to be okay? Not really.
Not the greatest timing on Celsi.
Unfortunately, is going to go down. Is going to be able to get out as well, so there's no trade there. Love to see trades, especially when you are up 9 rounds. You definitely want to see something similar. And I believe somebody shot the orb for him, and yes, they're not aware. Sunseri finds one, but the blind comes out in response, stopping the push for now. Alucard, though, coming out of market, and Sight's theirs now.
And Viz gets another kill on Clark as Airs away plants and leaving Cursed all alone. Spike down. And now it's a 4v1 situation. He has a Vandal. If it were me, I would honestly save. I wouldn't really push to give him the gun, but as you can see, Viz found him, and attackers do hit that one. It's now 12-4.
Here's the thing. They are force buying every round, so I know they have enough money for that 5th person to buy a rifle, and it looks like we're just going to save. It's okay. We can afford it. You know how I said they get no more than 6 last map? I meant this map. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, this map. And as you can see, it's 4. It's 4 right now. So they get 2 more rounds. 2 more rounds. No. Not even that.
No. Honestly, I'd like to see an eco. I'd like to see Creep hit a nasty shot on Marshall down mid here. I'm calling it. I'm calling it. Just a nasty shot down mid.
Alrighty, here we go. And it looks like we're going to be pushing up a lot as defenders. And even that, Sunseri gets a kill. Here's an ult. Oh. He doesn't get the kill, though. However, Alucard is very, very damaged.
Oh, the shot does hit the body. Unfortunately, does not convert into a kill.
But just like that, oh, it looks like we're not connecting on the rest of the kills. We started off very strong, but we weren't able to capitalize on that.
That's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
I mean, that's a save round. I mean,
We did.
you can't really stay back on a save round when they have full guns, especially when you're a defender.
I call
so
that
I don't
an
mind the
EG
defender
save.
push.
I call that an EG save. What that is you like kind of light buy, save buy, light buy, but you invest in ult as soon as you get a pick, because as soon as you have numbers, that is a gun in your favor, that is momentum in your favor, and that makes that round so much more winnable.
Exactly. And Sunseri staying at the top with 21 and 12 kills. Now that he's on attacker side, we're seeing, I'm going to say, a lot more kills come out of Sunseri. And how many more kills does he need to really secure this win and get them to 13?
That's actually a really good cam spot. I did not think of that.
I didn't think of that either.
There's so much util that you can throw through that.
But either way, it looks like we're getting a little bit antsy. We're going to try to see if we can get the picks here. Here's where he does find Sunseri, so Sunseri does go down, unfortunately. Okay, Creep does get the market kill. There's another one there, and he was not able to kill that one. It's now a 3v4 situation, and it looks like they're going to be heading over onto B site. And just like that, with a minute to go, here's where he's going to plant and get Point Park on the timer.
If I'm Point Park here, I almost want to pinch market here, because you know that maybe one player is playing A main, but you know definitely that one person is market. You cannot be stacked on site. You cannot be stacked A main. So you need somebody at this market. And look at the Fade Eye going to be coming out right away. Is it going to be able to get the scan, and will there be a convert on it?
Okay, Cursed. Okay, so a trade does happen. Celsius going to try to find the rest of the three. Shots go out. None of them connect, though, unfortunately. Here comes the smokes. They're hiding in this harbor orb right now, but when they come out...
Time winding down now.
Okay, Curse finds one.
Oh, he's in the smoke. Oh,
he's in the smoke. And Robin was able to get the final 2 kills, unfortunately. And attackers do win that round, 12-4. Oh, I just realized that. 2 of them died to Spike.
Oh, they did.
2 of them died to Spike.
That's big damage.
That is big damage. Oh.
I'll definitely take that.
That's actually kind of huge.
Yeah.
When you're in a match point situation like that. Now, they found their momentum a little bit. They're starting to get more rounds. If we were not at 12, I wouldn't really think much of it.
Right. But we are at 12.
But we are at 12. This is a match point for us. Yes, all of us go down, but every time they go down, that's a dent in their credit situation.
Right.
And as you saw in the start of this half, they did not start great in this credit situation. So during this timeout, I think the smart play would be to talk about how we're going to capitalize on that. And mainly, how are we going to capitalize on their attack strategy? It's looking like to me that Sunset is an attack-sided heavy map. So how are we going to able to swing this into the defense side and able to secure that final 13th round once and for all?
I've been noticing that UT Dallas, when they take site, they usually push really, really heavy through spawn, through market. I think we kind of honestly want to let them plant on B site. We hold our ground in market. We hold our ground back site. We force them to plant front site, and then we collapse in on them. We know they can't be site. We know they have to be A main. We have smokes for a reason. We have util. We might be able to get just one of those lucky sticks off, or we just shoot them all.
Exactly. Here we go. This is the next round, round 19, I believe. And just like that, it looks like UT Dallas is going in for a full push on A site. However, this is where our Cypher setup is, so they're going to be hitting some traps. Roman does get a kill on Cursed. Selzy finds one, but Roman finds Selzy. Some shots going out. It's right now, it's a 4v3 situation. Point Park is down in numbers as Hareswood plants on A.
I'm assuming we're waiting for this blind to come out, waiting for any possible push out.
We got to get together for this retake.
Oh, it's a double blind play. And that Fade is blind as a bat, but the shots not going to be found on her as no one's watching it.
That is an unfortunate attacker win. Okay. I mean, we had to save there. We kind of had to save. So,
although if you do remember, this did happen on Breeze when we won our map as well. Were we on the same side for Breeze when this happened?
I think so. I think we were on defense.
We
Yeah.
were on defense?
We were on defense.
So
'Cause we were on attack most of that round.
Maybe this is us. We just need to focus up. We need to just think about it for a second, because right now we're the ones that's starting to look a little bit lower on credits. They're starting to stack them up. Granted, they can't afford a round loss, so it doesn't really matter how much they buy every round, but...
Oh, love to see that double Fade Eye go out over on A.
Oh, great minds think alike. Oh, you want to
Exactly.
throw Fade Eye? I'll throw Fade Eye.
And it's right through that window in which you said at the beginning of this round.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Definitely the play to go here. That window seems to be very valuable. And I think that A push was just a conditioning, just to keep us guessing on whether or not we're going A, because I have a feeling we're going to be getting a little bit scared when they make noise on A this time.
There.
But they are aware of the person on mid. Contact
Okay.
is being made. Can they pinch this person in time? No. Just going to be forcing him back. The Sky Seeker's being invested. They know. And the Harbor ult comes out as well.
So this is the moment where Point Park knows, okay, they're going to be going A here. We still have 5 of our men for a retake, so we got to think about this retake situation. Devour Cookies is going to be playing the Spike. This is a full 5v5 retake situation. How is Point Park going to capitalize on this?
I think it's one thing, and it's called the Fade ult.
Alrighty, and Creep is coming in from the flank, and he does find one. That is going to be huge, because now their attention is semi on flank, not on sight.
Beautiful.
Oh, you love to see it. The kills are going out. They're almost able to find it. Okay, they know where the Fade is.
They can stick this. It's planted very, very safe. Fade has to swing out, and the shot is there. Cursed is going to be securing that final kill, and that's going to be a Point Park map win.
So we're going into game 3.
Woohoo!
And guess what game 3 is?
It's going to be a breeze.
Breeze.
It's going to be a breeze.
It's going to be Breeze, our one map that has a 100% win rate on
No, our second map.
second map.
Our second map.
Thanks to Sunset.
Yep.
Love to see it.
Woohoo!
Alrighty, we did so many great things on that map. We may have gotten an advantage there right off of the gate because we were attacker first. And from what I was technically seeing, it looked like Sunset is an attack-sided heavy map.
Right.
Just because there's a lot of tricky spots for defender. They can get into sight easily, and they can just secure the spike with almost like a minute left in the round, as we were seeing with multiple rounds. So I think that was something we were able to capitalize on, but more than Lotus, we were capitalizing on a lot of their mistakes.
Right. Yes. And I think a big part of that was they didn't have as many flashes last round. They definitely, that Sky pick they swapped off, they chose a Fade instead. And watching the Fade's Prowlers, they got information, but they didn't really get value. They weren't really used as dogs in a fight, because that flash is so valuable, because you can dodge a dog, you can shoot a dog. With a Sky Flash, you can't really shoot that. You can't break it. You have to look away. It's just how a flash works.
And with the game sense of how competitive Valorant players really play that Sky Flash, they pop it immediately once it goes around a corner. So like, and sometimes that's going to be the corner that you're looking at. So you're either going to A, get flashed almost immediately, which happens pretty much like 75% of the time. B, you have to look away to try to minimize the flash damage that you just took, or you have to shoot it, and 9 times out of 10, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
So we were able to capitalize on that Sky Flashes a little bit here.
You know what I just thought of randomly during the game is somebody got a kill through smoke or through a wall, and I went, wouldn't it be funny if we just had a stat? We just had like a little whiteboard up here or something, and it's just kills that you can't see the other person, and we just keep track of just.
And it's just, I mean, that whiteboard would be filled almost like instantly.
Yeah,
like it's just how it is.
Do you think that's a good thing for Valorant or a bad thing? Do you think that makes it more interesting, the fact that you can get shot through walls and through smokes?
I mean, a lot of the kills that you do see on Valorant is because you're flashed or you're blinded or you're dazed or anything of the sort. Util is such an important factor in this game, and that's what sets it apart off of any other game, even like it, like CSGO. You got flashes and you got grenades in CSGO, but you don't have birds.
There's a bird.
You got birds, you got dogs, you got
a wall of
fire,
water.
ice, water, all of the elements.
What do we not have yet? Let's see. We have electricity because we have neon.
Yeah.
We got Phoenix, fire.
Yeah.
Harbor, water. We got Poison.
We got Fade,
Dark.
Darkness. Fade is the dark type Pokemon of this Valorant community.
Yeah, what
apparently.
types of Pokemon are we missing in terms of Valorant ages?
Well, okay. Well, Neon's
Do
electric.
we have a bug type?
Do we have a bug type?
I mean, a Gecko.
Technically Gecko.
Technically
I would say
Gecko.
Gecko. I would say Gecko is that. Do we want the board?
I think so.
Do we want the board?
I think this is...
Okay, so we can actually do this for our very last round. Let me write something here.
Yes.
Ari, we're going into Breeze.
Mm-hmm.
What's the game plan here? Do we want to stick to the basics that worked the first time, or since we're up against a little bit different of a team, do we have to rethink our strategies a little bit here?
I think the thing is we need to secure as many rounds as we can, I believe, on our weaker side, which is defense, judging from the past map. So if we can secure, I'm going to say 5 rounds, four to 5 rounds on defense. If we're defending first, we're golden. And I think if we're defending first, I think we want 9 rounds minimum. I think that's the way to go. I think we get those 9 rounds or those 4 to 5 rounds, and I think we are secure. I think we're feeling good, and we definitely have the control of the game in our hands.
I agree with you.
I don't think it's on them. I think it's on us.
And this is the thing that I love about round 3s, is that you have a lot of information. It's almost like the entire game reset, but now you have so much information on the other players and what they do.
Mm-hmm.
I think we found that out going into the second game. Now how are we going to use that in the third game since we lost that first round?
You know, there's an interesting stat that Point Park has never won a game without giving up 7 rounds. It's been 13-7 both times. That's kind of funny considering we've had at least a 5 or 6 round lead at half. So, interesting stat, something to work on. Unlucky.
I think it's definitely something that we need to take a look at regardless, because there are some times when we get into great leads and then all of a sudden we lose that. But why? What happened? What did the other team know that we necessarily didn't? So that is something that we kind of have to look back on and reflect on almost and say, okay, what worked here? We were up 5 rounds at this half. However, when the half ended, we didn't win a single round and they won 7 straight.
Right.
What happened there? How were they able to gain their momentum? And if that happens to us, how could we gain our momentum?
I mean, on the bright side, if they're winning on match point, you know, we don't feel too stressed out about it. We know we just need to win 1. That's why we're not throwing every round. Because if the nerves get to us every round, our aim could be a little shaky. We could miss a little something here or there. And it's easier for me to edit because I don't have to edit so many lead changes. I can just show 1 and the last one, and then we win.
Exactly. As a lot of you know, our crew responsibilities and expand into a lot of things where we're editing videos, making graphics, doing all of that fun stuff to outreach to you guys to make our streams better for our boys. And Ari is one of the people who is going to be watching the VODs and making recaps of those VODs. So Ari's the brave soldier going back and watching the entire match yet again,
Which means
trying to get a recap video done.
every cringy joke we say, everything that's said in chat, anything that is on this broadcast, mistakes, planned, not planned, I have to watch it. And I have to listen to myself talk for 2 hours.
Honestly, I think the most painful thing about that is Ari having to listen to my bad jokes and my bad fillers that I give you guys.
Oh.
Oh, it's a treat sometimes.
Oh, I'm gonna just make a whole separate compilation. And it's just you.
It's just the weird stuff that I say.
With you. From last time, we had Among Us. We had
That's going to be a sound bit.
a cent versus $1. We have,
I forgot about that joke.
yeah, we have the Haven and Breeze puns that I made.
Look, we're silly little goobers in here, okay? Like, I can give you all of the insight in the world, and I can break down this match of what's happening, and that is super, super fun. But you know what else is fun? Dad jokes. I think that's what makes our stream, I think, better than the average Joe.
Do you have... That's funny, because Average Joe, Average Jonas. It would have been funnier if you said Average Jonas,
Wow.
honestly. Oh,
I didn't think of that, though. I didn't think
have you
that.
seen
I
Average Jonas?
should have. I've seen Average Jonas before. I should have thought of it.
hey, Average
Dang.
Jonas. Great solo
opportunity.
player. a lot of lineups. Ladies and gentlemen, Creep.
Creep. I don't know if they can hear that right now, but Creep is hooting and hollering as we are getting ready into round 3 for our good old Breeze pick.
Breeze.
And as you guys know, for this last round on Breeze, we have number of times people died while Flash / couldn't seen. I'll be keeping track of this.
I don't think we should make it while flashed. I think it's through smokes.
Okay.
I think it's through smokes.
Okay.
As in, not that they can't see, as in you can't see them.
Exactly.
I think that's funnier. But anyway, we're going to be hopping right in here on to Breeze. Going to be getting started here, and we're going to take a peek at the team comps. Let's see if it's the same as last time.
Sunseri's back with Phoenix. I really liked the Phoenix pick when we saw Breeze last, and I really, really think he can capitalize on that yet again. That Phoenix ult is huge. But what do we see with the other team? What do we see with UT Dallas?
Double initiator.
That interesting.
Honestly, with the Jet pick on Breeze, Jet did get very heavily nerfed, and especially on Breeze, a reworked map, there's no tunnel. That's usually where Jet likes to be hanging with the operator. Nobody picks that anymore because there's no point.
I will say these past two rounds, whenever we were full buying, it was mainly just Phantom and Vandal. We're not seeing the crazy ops go out. Sarge isn't here playing this match, so we're not seeing a lot of Odin.
Ooh.
So
we do have the same team comp though as that match with Sarge.
So it looks like we're going to be doing a retest on another team to see whether or not this comp really, really works. If my opinion, I think it does really work. But with UT Dallas, it's going to be interesting to see. They're going to be running double initiator, which on this map, who knows if that's going to be... I like the Sova and the Sky duo, but is Viper going to be able to hold out smokes all by herself on this map?
Viper is a very good pick, but is she capable of being a solo smoker, especially on a map as big as Bree?
And here we go. Round 1 is a miss. And just like that, flashes are going out all over the place. Phoenix gets flashes the Jet. However, the Jet dashes just out of that as Sunseri gets an orb point. It looks like they're going to be making a lot of noise towards A, kind of leaving B free a little bit. And there goes the Skydog on Herazoid. And just like that, it looks like we're going to be reconvening towards mid. But is he going to see the Viper? Is he going to see the Viper? Creep finds him, and now we have man lead. And now it looks like we're going to be going as a B here where Chamber's all alone. And that's not going to be the greatest.
Nice.
And Cursed does get the kill on Alucard. We have B site set up. Here comes the wall. Cursed is going to plant.
I'm a big fan of Harbor as a smoker. There's so much smoke potential. There's so much stall. You are very scared to dry swing out of a Harbor wall because you can't go back.
And his walls cover so much area, so you can literally not see anything coming. As we say that, it looks like all of our people are on. Viz gets a kill on Creep, but Sunseri gets one back, gets two back. Okay, and it's now a 4v1. Sky is the last person remaining. Sunseri has a little bit of damage done to him. However, Herazoid kind of creeped up on Curse there for a little bit. But Sunseri knows just where he's at. He's able to finish the kill. Attacker win, 1-0.
Notice how Sunseri shot 3 bullets and got 3 kills. I feel like that's how you're supposed to do it, honestly.
That is really good trigger control. That's really good aim. Sunseri's a beast, man. And again, with this Phoenix pick, he's already got 3 kills on the board. I'm already liking where this is heading. This might be our map and our pick. Honestly,
it could be our main.
It could be our main. And I really think Point Park should utilize that to its fullest potential because I think I can see this working.
It may be 1 round in, but we're confident as ever. We're feeling good. We're investing Phoenix ult already.
On round 2. Oh,
wait, we have a Vandal.
Okay.
Okay.
I think he kind of knows where those people are at. But either way, we got sight completely for free. And Spike is down.
Notice how many walls we have. We have Harbor Wall, we have Phoenix Wall, we have Viper Wall.
And I don't know if you saw what I just wall, but that Harbor Wall and the Viper Wall was placed in the same exact spot. That is huge. They can almost keep up that wall the entire round. But as I say that, Alucard goes down.
That's a big flash.
First finds one.
And there's one kill through smoke, that's for sure.
Oh, that's one.
And are they aware that the second's in smoke? They are going to be sticking the defuse, but are the mollies there? The knife kill coming out?
Oh, the molly was not quite there.
Molly's not on.
Alrighty.
You know, it happened last time.
Alrighty. We definitely gave up some space, it seemed like. It's definitely hard to capitalize on that a little bit. I don't know if I was paying attention closely enough, but did UT Dallas full buy there?
They did not. That was a thrifty round for them.
Oof.
So it's definitely going to be looking a little bit rough for us on the credits.
That is going to be rough. It is a tie game here. It's anyone's game. However, it's going to be harder for Point Park to come back from that kind of round.
It's tough.
And just like that, we are going in full steam ahead. It looks like the people watching A up, and there goes the flash.
Ow.
However, Clark does find Herazoid, and the trades are going left and right. However, and Spike gets down, so that's going to be huge information as our final two players are out and about. It's a 4v2.
Honestly, if I'm Point Park here, I see Sky, I'm running. Because every time you see Sky, you know there's going to be a flash coming. They're either dry peeking out or they're flashing out, which I know is a very tough game to decide of which is going to be happening. But maybe you have one person play anti-flash.
It looks like they're stuck in that position with Spike down right there. That is not a great position for Spike to be down. And now it looks like Phoenix has to wrap around A. But they're going to be watching that too. I think, honestly, this is just a round where we kind of have to deal with our losses a little bit.
We do want to try and get as many guns out of their hands as possible. And they are aware that we could be running through here. So we're probably not going to want to take a longer range fight here because we are at the gun disadvantage. So we're going to try and want to get to as close to this door as possible before we peek out. And I believe they saw the pistol, and
yeah, I think he stuck out just a little bit for him to get the in. However, the shots do go out, but Devour just was able to finish it there. Defenders win. It's now 2-1 UT Dallas. Okay, we saw something very similar here when it came down to Lotus. I don't like the direction it's going in now, so this is definitely going to be very, very interesting.
I would like to see this round secured right here. It was very well played on round 2, how the UT Dallas knew that we were probably going to be farming for that Phoenix ult because you could tell they were playing offsite, they were playing retake, they were waiting for us to push up so they don't get punished.
You know, I spoke it into existence. That Jet has an op this round now. I spoke it into existence.
Are they aware?
As soon as but yeah, is Point Park going to be aware of something like that? That's going to be the big thing, as all of our team seems to be stacked up on B right now.
Ooh. That's a dirty shot.
That's dirty, and Devour gets the kill there. However, Clark was able to get one. Ooh. Okay, that's somewhat huge because the op is out of their hands. However, it's still...
Did you see the gun? Oh, there's the gun. Reaction is there. And now it's just about getting out.
Go out. It looks like they go out too. It would be very, very cool. Yep, here we go. Okay, the chamber with an op. I mean, you've seen it before. You've seen it now. That is something you need to capitalize on. And honestly, even if we don't win this round and we could just save that op and put it into our hands, huge loss. Huge loss on UT Dallas's part.
Oh, and there's one spotted. Clark wanting the Vandal. Maybe going a little bit too excited for skin shopping there, but is going to be the op.
We're going to be close peeking that. There's 30 seconds remaining. Is this really one that we want to salvage? There's one. And he's not able to get the next one, and that's going to be a defender win. Looks like they're going to try to get that op back in their hands. But did they get it? They didn't get it. Oh, no, they got it. Never mind. I couldn't see if they got it or not.
Yeah,
I think they got it.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is unfortunate that, you know, round does go down. But I feel like that definitely has to give you some confidence in the fashion that we killed that Jet there with that op. She was caught out in mid in a pretty poor position. And they were certainly not expecting that. So we are going to be investing, I believe, this chamber ult here to try and do a lot of damage on their buy round, on our eco round.
But just as we say that, Sunseri is going to be pushing into A site right now with the Jet looking over near A main. that's going to be a very sticky situation, but I think we realize somewhere along the line that that is maybe not the site that we want to go on.
Right now, you're seeing the double initiator for UT Dallas paying off as both info is gained from A and B site.
And this is a good save for Chamber as well, because even though we're on a save round right now, Chamber's got his ult out. So if we can capitalize on that just like that, and we missed a shot, unfortunately, that's going to be very, very huge for us. But either way, we're all kind of sitting towards mid right now. I think that Viper wall is up. So it's going to be very interesting to see what's our next game plan.
So it's interesting that we're going to be taking the fight up mid here. We are down in the guns, so mid may not be our best bet because we don't have that gun advantage. We do want to take a little bit of a shorter fight. So B is going to try and hopefully be our saving grace, but mid to A certainly works as well, as the flash does spot the sky. And are they going to be aware? And no, Viz
they are not aware of Viz. However, and Viz does get a double kill with that op. Triple kill.
Wow.
He gets 4 of them with the op. So it didn't work for them last round, but it definitely worked for them this round. And now going forward, that is going to have to be something we have to take into account, as Point Park is going to go into the timeout right now. Sam on the headset, getting similar to what happened over in Lotus.
Right.
And if we are not able to gain back this momentum, I'm afraid this might go right back into UT Dallas's hand.
And this is our attacking half, right? Although I do remember on Breeze last time, we did have a lot of rounds on defense, I believe it was. I believe we struggled on attack last time. So we can get those 2 rounds that we tried to get last match. I think, you know, like I said earlier, if we get those 4 to 5, I think we're going to be okay here. But I would certainly like to end this half with spirits high, momentum high, and certainly rounds on the board.
Exactly. And the only way to get rounds on the board is that you have to make those dents here now. Now, we just got out of a save round. Unfortunately, we weren't able to capitalize on it as much as we wanted to. However, now that we're going into the full buy, now that we're going into the guns, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And as you see, as you've seen Ari put up, we already have 1 on the board for the number of times people died while smoked off.
And that's granted, that's just while the observer's happening.
Yeah, that's while the observer's happening.
That's all we can see.
That probably multiplies by 2.
At least.
At least when we're not watching certain kills. Either way, here comes the next round.
There's nobody on A site right now. Are we aware of that? Oh. Interesting. This is a crazy read from UT Dallas. Because last time we had Phoenix Ult, we cleared A, we cleared back site. So they must have definitely been aware. And Viz can be picking up. That is Spike!
That's not good.
We need to get a trade or some sort of ground or info. And
here comes the Jet peeking over where Curse is. Ooh, Curse was able to find a kill there. That's a huge.
Uh-oh. And they didn't see the cape either. We do have this
A
A site.
kill. Sinceri gets the Jet. The op is down.
Nice shot,
Curse gets 1. And just like that, they're going to be going on to A site now.
Wait.
Creep's planning.
How is it a 4v2? Oh, that's a bright light. They know where they are. They know mid and CT.
Mid and CT. Oh. This is a round we have to kind of bring back here. And just like that, it's now a 2v1.
I'm getting deja vu.
I'm getting deja vu as well. The util is going out. However, he does have the wall on his... he did get tagged, unfortunately. He's down 81. Just tag him. He was so low. If the shots would have been able to connect, that definitely would have been a win on our hands. That is very unfortunate. That's going to go to UT Dallas, bringing it back to 5-1.
I wonder if Creep knew that he was 1 HP. Because, you definitely can see the damage tallies up from your teammates. They must have been commenting how much he was hit for. Creep decided to go for the head there. I don't know if that's Creep not knowing that he's 1 shot. Creep just, habits, you go for the head. That makes sense. But if he didn't, let's say he went for the body, that's the round secured.
But now we're back. It looks like we have another round where we're able to somewhat do a full buy. But we gotta get them uncomfy. We gotta get them squirming a little bit. It looks like we did somewhat of a viable job here, getting them down to 1 man. But now, as we go into this next round, and Sinceri gets a headshot off the bat, this might be where the tides turn.
And now looking at this Viper wall from the enemy team, this is actually going to be a pretty big... Oh, what a dart!
That's unfortunate. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oof.
Okay, so Spike goes down,
Oh.
and now Alucard has the... Ooh, okay, so a lot of our men are going down. It's now a 4v1. So even though we had the main game, it looks like a lot of them were holding up on B.
Okay.
Okay, so Curse gets that one on flank. He sees the Jet.
A little bit of no
Jiggling
read.
the Jet a little bit. I think this will be a good time to reload since you have 8 bullets. But he's just kind of stuck in the sandwich position right now.
Uh-oh.
Now he's at 11 HP.
Ooh.
He's able to get the headshot though. But here comes our unfriendly friend, the Op. As soon as he peeks that, it's over. Yep.
Hey, considering that was what, a 1v4 or 1v5 at the end, getting 3 kills there is big. Big,
It is
big,
pretty big. We weren't able to get the Op out of the hands, which honestly, that's kind of where mine goes to, since that's the one-shot kit, one kill kind of weapon right now. So my mind always goes to that, but that is still in the back of our mind. And obviously Viz going 12-4 and their entire team really helping them out with the kills. It's gonna be tough for Point Park to be able to make a swing back at this.
In a round like this, where the enemy team has so many ults, I feel like it's going to be pivotal. If we can get this Viper Orb here, we can get this pit down. The gun disadvantage doesn't matter when they're all 1 HP in a close range scenario. So if you can get that Viper's pit down, at least get the bomb down, you are going to be in a lot of luck.
Alrighty, and just like that, it looks like we're going to be taking a different approach to where we're going to be going. Looks like we're going to be going through bridge through defender spawn. And we flash it out. I think we know where the Sova's at. We wall it off. That's a really good play by Sunseri.
Ooh, get a little extra scan on the Jet as well.
Exactly. We flash him out, and it looks like, oh, Roman was able to catch up to him, though, from there.
Ball went down. He wasn't expecting it.
And that's a 3K for a Roman.
Uh-oh.
Curse does get Herazoid, though. So you got to see that one coming out of... It looks... Oh, it's, and it's the chase game. Oh, and the Odin comes out. Okay. A lot happened there.
Clark, more like Sarge. Remember Sarge,
Yep.
Sarge Odin play?
We had the Odin play. I don't know when the Odin came into play. That must have been a play on our move. But either way, another round goes to the defenders. It's now 7-1. How are we going to be able to find our momentum now?
Every round we've had an ult, we have gone A. And I don't know if they realize that yet. But every round we've had an ult, we go A because we try to capitalize on either a Sova dart or, let's say, a Phoenix ult or this Viper pit, which is a little bit better on A. But honestly, I kind of like it a little bit more on B. A nice shot.
Huge. That's
huge.
So the flash went out. They thought it was Sunseri who was flashed, which he was, but Celsi was right behind him. They were flashed as they were not flashed.
Almost finding the pick.
He almost finds a pick, though. However, Spike is down. It's now a full retake situation for... It's now a 4v4. It's going to be interesting to see. Point Park standing back. It's going to be interesting to see what they do.
That's big from Creep. And I can't tell, wait, which team's Sova ult was that? That was theirs. So we still have our Sova ult. We still have Molly's.
And there goes, and as you can see, our Sova ult is happening right now as well. It's a 2v2. Gotta play it safe. Play it safe. And he gets hit.
Another stick play? Could it be? No.
It's not a stick play.
We have a dart here. Are they going to stick it? They
are
going to
stick it! No. And Herazoid does get the last kill there. Oh, that was rough. That was rough.
Oof. Well, I mean, they are up 8-1. I think, honestly, we get 3 here. We need 3 here. I know we, on Lotus, had a little bit of trouble. And I think that's because we were playing, I think, basically into their hands. And we're kind of seeing a similar theme where we're playing reactive to them. They're getting a lot more info. They're pushing up on us. I think we need to make the decisions. I think we need to make sure that we can just get this bomb down. If we can get bomb down, I think we're going to be okay, especially on B site. We have not played B site bend one time.
Okay, and there goes the pistol drop going through that drop door right now, trying to see if they found anyone there.
Imagine.
Some shots go out, but they don't connect, unfortunately.
Oh.
And Curse gets a kill on Alucard. That is huge. And Celsi, and Ace free now. And Celsi's going to be planning. Spike's down. As Curse is going to be looking through mid right now.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Timing. Timing.
Is the timing.
Oh!
He tries to get the flick. And Roman finds him, though.
Ooh.
It looks like they're going to be going for a flank here. But the Viper pit is out. And as long as Viper stays in that pit, even though Toxin might be low, but if they stay in that pit, they should be able to do some damage. As you can see, Creep and Clark both getting kills. It's now a 2v2. They've leveled it up.
Don't push out. Don't push out. Nice.
And Creep gets a nice flick kill there. It's now 2-1.
Now you play time.
As long as you play time, this should be it. And as you can see, the Spike is going to defuse any minute. Get out of there. Ooh.
You do end up falling to Spike.
However,
A win.
that's a win. That is a win.
We need that. We needed that round. We needed it to go that way, especially when it became a 2v4. We pull it out with the Viper's Pit, and that's why Viper's Pit is so good, because it doesn't matter what gun, as long as you have the great positioning, doesn't matter. And Util really doesn't help you out. Flashes don't smoke all the way, or flash all the way through, and smokes are going to do nothing, because the whole thing is a smoke.
And now, if we want to have any chance in the second half trying to bring this back into our hands, these next 2 rounds, I would like to see it go to us.
Ooh.
And as I say that, Curse goes down.
We are seeing the same kind of default trip from Cursed every round on B bend, which if the defenders push up and they see that trip, they're going to assume we're kind of going A. So it's going to be interesting that now that they see the shots on A, are they still thinking that we're going to go A, or what's the deal?
And as they see there, they definitely saw the Sova there. I don't know if they saw anyone else. So it's going to be a 2v2 over here on A site, but Spike's over on B site, so I wonder if that's going to be a way to get B site for free almost.
Are we going to be going through mid here? Is that what the play is going to be?
I think we're going to try to go rotate through our spawn over back to B to see if we would have faked successfully. Either way, we have to do this with a man down. So it's going to be vital to kind of like stick together and get our eggs in one basket before we try to commit to any site. But as I say that, there's not a lot of time left on the clock.
No, there is not. And there's the tag out from Roman.
30
And
seconds left.
they're going to be seeing that there's nobody else A main. So they're going to be aware of the mid push now, and there comes the wall. They know that since nobody's there, they're going to have to speed this up, and a good flash.
Good flash by Sinceri gets the kill on that. Location does get revealed. Shots are going out.
Time.
Sinceri finds a kill even though while he was flashed. 8 seconds left. You have to do something here.
Uh-oh.
And just like that, everyone else falls. Defenders win. It's now 9-2. Okay.
The problem was that the person playing A main fell really early, and that took off a lot of pressure. That person playing Pyramids did not have any pressure, could stare at the 2 people coming through mid door, and unfortunately doesn't work out for them there.
So it's going to be interesting to see what happens now. We're going to have to, and as we can see, we're kind of struggling on credits a little bit here, and this is the last round. So that last round was definitely one that was hard to lose, especially since if we're saving now, it's kind of in their hands a little bit.
And here's the Phoenix ult. Are they expecting it on B this time? Because we've used it on A every single round, but because we haven't made a single noise on A, they're going to get antsy.
And they're also watching op, and the Jet is also watching op here. So here goes the ults, and they time it just well with the ults, with the Sova drone getting into play.
Ooh,
And Sinceri gets the op down, and it's now a 4v2. This is huge. This is huge. And with a minute left, and Spike does go down though, so we have to be a little bit careful here, even though 2 of them have it.
I think those Seekers were a little bit early.
The Seekers were a little bit early. Here goes the dart. He's hitting a little bit. He is tagged. And Hairzoid gets the final 2, and the defenders are going to win that. It's now 10-2
That
as
wrap.
we enter the second half.
That wrap was a pretty big wrap. They were not aware of that for sure.
Oof. It's getting hard, guys. It is getting hard. So this may be the second half now. However, a comeback is a comeback, no matter which way you look at it. We could be down 12 to nothing.
Right.
I would still believe in the comeback. We got 2 rounds off of them, and if we are as heavy on defense as we think we are, this is our time to bulldoze ahead.
And again, their weakness is going to be on attack. They do not have this double smoke comp because they can't give us, like, they give us too many sight lines. That's the problem. Yes, you can put a Viper wall, but we have 40 walls in return.
Exactly. And just like that, here's the first round going out. Oh, Curse gets a kill. He doesn't want to get too generous, so he backs off. What a very good play. And the headshots just connect. And just like that, they are stuck in mid, it seems like. And Sunseri coming out and Spike getting down right in this first half. Sunseri pushing up right next to this Viper wall. Is Sunseri going to be able to know?
What a
So
shot.
he gets him, though.
Ooh.
So, okay, so some kills do go out between Viz and Harzoid. However, it's a 3v4 right now. If we play this correctly...
I do like this crossfire, but it was going to be
didn't
somewhat
work.
poorly executed.
They are both very down, though, while Clark has a lot of health. And this is where they're going to go wrap on over to A site and plant the spike. And there we go. He should hear the plant now, so that's his cue to go on over to the doors. But what's going to be the play here? What is going to be the play here? Both of them are down tremendously. We don't see the Sky healing the Jet, which would be the move. But what's going to happen here? Clark gets him. Are we going to see a swing from the Jet? No, but they're going to stay back.
One
It's
bullet.
a 1v1. Okay, the Jet dashes out. Clark's going to get up close. Does he see it? Okay, here's the shots. They are both very low. It's down to the wire.
And time's running low here. He
And
has to tap again.
that Jet is keeping it. He wants to get half. He got half. He tries to flake him out. The timing is not there. Unfortunately, the Jet did play very patiently there, was able to save, and was able to give UT Dallas the win for pistol rounds. And that is hard to see, especially when you have a lead with 10 against PPU.
It's 9. It's 9. It's 9. It's not 10. It's 9 rounds. Hey,
We got this.
10.
9
Yeah.
rounds in a row.
Sure.
And 9 rounds in a row. And see, they were able to do 9 rounds in a row as well.
So we can do it
Or
too.
8 rounds.
If they
We
can
can
do
do
it, we can do it.
Look, it's just as easy. It's just as simple as pie. That's all we got to do.
Well, we also won pistol,
Yeah.
and then we lost the rest of the half.
However, they do have gun advantage, though. Shots are going out. Shots are going out, but that chamber does get healed. They almost get B site immediately, and Spike is down.
It's going to be somewhat of a lower buy for UT Dallas. I mean, they are going to have a definitely a superior weaponry, and that is going to be visible as the first 3 hits are all on the side of UT Dallas. But now Creep getting 1, and that's
We're gonna
about
look
it.
at the rest, unfortunately, and that's going to be another round win for UT Dallas. We did a little bit of a force there, so again, this last round, this is match point, and the credits are not going to be on our side, unfortunately.
I mean, we have guns, that's for sure. Or no, did we force up too hard on last time? Oh,
I think we may have
did.
forced up a little bit too hard here.
So we didn't convert on what UT Dallas's strat was on the first and second rounds. So now it's up
However,
to the Sun carry.
It's up to the Sun carry. The match goes out. Here goes the Harbor Wall. However, he does get a pick. Oh, he does get picked off by Viz. And it looks like they're going to give up B site for free.
Oh, the big
On the
flash.
flash, and Sunseri finds it. It's now even playing field as Harzoid is planting. And now we're going to have to go to an even retake here as Spike goes down.
What a shot by Cursed.
Curse with a beautiful shot. However, Viz and Roman call back with the Clark and Curse kill.
What a
Sunseri
pick.
finds it,
We
though.
have ult here.
We do have ult here. Sunseri's going to heal himself up. Does get downed by the Vandal. He's got to fight these remaining 2. Sunseri does get hit a lot. Roman finds one and Viz finds the other. And that is going to be the end of the game. After 3 games, UT Dallas takes it on Breeze. We fall 2-1. That was unfortunate.
Yeah.
I definitely thought we had our match after that first round. I'm going to be honest. but we were able to kind of bring it back a little bit back on Sunset. Hey, a win's a win, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, we do have at least, we come away with this, obviously, with knowledge. We know that we can certainly play on Sunset, that's for sure.
Apparently.
And as for Breeze, we know that we won with Sarge on this past Saturday, and we lost today. And so maybe we compare those two games. I definitely know we have VOD reviews with Coach, so there's definitely going to be some comparisons for those games. Who's kind of maybe missing the wrong pieces to the puzzle? Maybe we just need to pick them up off the floor. It's stuck under a chair. Your dog ate the puzzle piece. I don't know.
But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You have to adapt, and you have to make the best of what you can. So hopefully that you can get somewhat of a full picture in the end. So we have the final tally here for a number of people's died while smoked. I was only able to catch one that last round. But if we add in the last few rounds, though, it easily would have like tallied up to around 10 or something like that.
It definitely, you get a lot more of kills through smokes, either early round, no, I would say mid round to late round. So definitely anytime the Viper's Pit goes out, anytime, we have this double controller wall. So you definitely would have seen it a lot more when it comes to Point Park on their attack rounds. Unfortunately, we didn't really convert that many, so that's kind of why we don't see as many on the board here. But definitely, previous rounds, you saw a lot of kills through smokes. That's for sure.
I saw that as well. But it was definitely unfortunate. I think the one thing that I noticed a lot was that whoever attacked first got their momentum first. And they were able to kind of adapt to that. Because on Lotus, they attacked first. Didn't win its attack, but when we attacked on Sunset, we were able to capitalize that on well, and then they come back on Breeze on attack, and then we fall.
And Sunset's their map pick, so you have to assume that it's not about the team; it has to be the momentum.
And this could obviously be like causation versus correlation, but I feel like that's something that we kind of need to check into a little bit. Whoever finds their momentum first in the game definitely has the upper hand. And we saw this here today where whoever had that momentum first, whoever got that upper hand first, was able to keep it for a very, very long time. I think going forward, our Point Park Valorant players, that's something that they have to consider.
Yeah, I mean, definitely we're gonna end off the season total 0-2 when it comes to NACE, 2-6 when it comes to maps, at least map wins. So, we're getting up there. We've won a quarter of our games, right? Two out of 8.
About something like that.
Right? So, it's certainly a start. It's a decent batting average if you're playing baseball. We're not playing baseball. But, hey, you got to start somewhere. 2 maps is certainly something that we should still be proud of. And we're definitely working towards a bigger goal that we will accomplish by later this year. 100%.
I 100% agree with you. So, you know what? We fall today. GG's over to UT Dallas. You gave us one heck of a match. You gave us a run for our money. We gave you a little run for your money, if I'm going to be honest. Best of 3. You did win in the end. GG's to you guys.
GG's.
That's all we have here for you guys today. We will be back next Wednesday for another match.
Another NACE game.
So we'll be right back here, right back on Twitch where you found us. And even very, very soon, when we get into October, October's coming, and League is going to be starting soon. As you remember, Gale is going to be coming back again for another League castings and another great season. So stick around for that, guys. Follow us on our socials if you're not on our socials. Instagram, Twitter, follow us. Keep in the know with what's happening in Point Park Esports. But until then, we got to sign off.
Yep. So my name is Ari.
And my name's Billy Bob Joe Steve. Have a wonderful night, you guys. Take care throughout the rest of the week, and we'll see you later. Bye, guys.
Bye.